culture united. Our culture united. Our culture united. Our culture united. Connecting all over the world. Connecting all over the world. Connecting all over the world. Connecting all over the world.
Word up, mic check, check, check. You're tuned in live. Culture United, first Culture United of 2026. Happy New Year, everybody. 1 second applause to you all. That's what's up. We're doing a 1 second applause because we were 15 minutes late. We're all about efficiency. G. Malone is going to join us shortly. He'll be here within the next 5 minutes or so. So don't leave if you're excited to see him. But we have an incredible panel for you guys today. Starting off first, straight out of Dallas, straight out of Shreveport, straight out of Look at the Material podcast, one of my favorite voices in the space right now. Killing it, killing it, killing it with her live streams and her breakdowns. The one and only Btch, 9 second applause.
What's up, y'all? I'm happy to be back. Happy New Year, everybody. Thanks, Justin, for having me back. And hopefully we can have some good, meaningful conversations today.
Word up, word up.
We need some energy. Come on, everybody.
I'm chill. I'm chill.
Up next, the one and only Elle. Janelle has incredible work with Lupe Fiasco, Team First and 15th. She has an incredible Patreon, entertaining elements, hip to all things culture, hip to all things marketing, and all things relevant for the conversation today. The one and only, once again, Elle. Janelle, 9 second applause.
Let's go. Let's go. Energy. No, Happy New Year. Good tidings, as the folks say. You feel me? But Happy New Year, Justin. Thank you for having me on today. I'm really excited to get down to the bottom of some of the topics today. So I'm looking forward to our convo.
Word up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Also joining us today, we've been trying to do this for maybe 3 or 4 different weeks. I think that's probably about right. You were definitely scheduled one time, and then the next time we were trying to do it, and it turns out you were doing a dope collab with Dave Chappelle, which makes sense. I get it. I'm with it. I'm not mad. One of the best MCs of all time, one of the most celebrated lyricists in history, creator of Soul on Ice. Also the creator of his new project coming out this year, Leopards Eat Face. The one and only Kass, 9 second applause.
Hey, it's a blessing to be here. I appreciate all you guys. And like BK said, I hope we have some meaningful conversations and some laughs. Happy New Year.
Laughs would be dope. I was watching a clip of T.I.'s stand-up comedy special. Laughs would be dope. Laughs would be dope.
Wow.
Man,
that was a shot fired already.
That was fucked up. Oh, my bad. I ain't supposed to curse, right? My bad. I effed up. My bad.
Joining us today for the first time on Culture United, one of the most solid people you will find in Los Angeles, one of the future voices of hip-hop culture, particularly West Coast culture. Always ready to give you a soundbite and a quotable. I'm a big fan of his work with the community. The one and only AD. 9 second applause.
Thank you.
What happened to the energy, AD?
Mr. Energy.
I was waiting.
I thought we got some energy.
No, I can't clap. Listen, I ain't trying to do too much clapping for myself. You know what I'm saying? Kass got the ultimate flex with the intro and shit like that. So I was like, damn, that's hard to come by. You should have said me first. Everybody is so accomplished, you know what I'm saying? As soon as you said Lupe too, I was like, oh man, you know what I mean? Yeah. Food and liquor in the cool, that's in my top.
On the go.
The show. Yeah.
No ball.
Yeah, right. Exactly. All right, so G is 3 minutes away, but let's go ahead and get started. Before we jump into the main conversation today, I've realized that today is the 1-year anniversary of the Los Angeles fires that devastated Southern California. Last year, literally 1 year ago today. And, one of the things that stood out to me was just the level of devastation that this region went through from literally every levels of society. But then I'm also quickly reminded of the mobilization that I saw in Los Angeles last year. All the people who got together to help their neighbor who got together to try to do what we could to weather through this as a community. And so I want to give a 1 second applause to everyone who got through that tragic event and to everyone who did everything they could to help make other people's lives a little bit better that day. 1 second applause. And my open floor real quick, if anyone has anything they want to say about that or anything they want to share about what we went through last year.
Yeah, that was really impactful. During that time, I had just moved to LA. I did short-term renting, and then I was like, I'm gonna pick my main space right after this. That fire hit. When I say the rental price went from this to that so fast, but you know what I liked or enjoyed about that time? I learned a lot about the different communities in LA from that, like the Black community, the Altadena community. I learned so much rich history about that Black community in LA, and they really did come together and do amazing things. I hope people have, found ways to pull their life back together after such a tragedy.
Yeah, word up. 1 second applause.
No, I was gonna say, we went out there actually, like right after it happened. I know a lot of like people did drives and stuff like that, but yeah, we went out there, talked to the people, gave supplies and stuff like that. And like just to see like the devastation of it, the National Guard being there, you could smell in the air like how messed up this shit was. And then one of my personal friends too, like I think he just bought his house and he lost his house within a span of 2 weeks. So yeah, it was sad to see, man, especially like Altadena being predominantly Black. You know what I mean? Like just to see those people being there that long and like, you know what I mean? Your home is your home and having to regroup and do shit like that too. So yeah, that was sad. That was sad to see.
Yeah.
You know what? I wonder whatever happened to that case. Did you ever see the person who was charged where they said that he went on a hill and he shot a firework and then he came back down and called 911 and they didn't put the embers out well, and then days later it relit? Did y'all ever see that?
I saw a story that they had someone that was a culprit. I'm not sure where it went after that.
Yeah, I know in Los Angeles. Yeah. I mean, like LA, I know they was showing all type of videos of like people supposedly starting the fires. I seen they was trying to like, blame the mayor. They was saying there was no water. It was all type of shit going on, man. But then too, like you gotta see what from Instagram and social media was real and differentiate that from what's conspiracy and shit too. So you never know, man. It's all fucked up.
Right.
Yeah, I want to look into that. I thought that was odd that they tried to charge that guy after the fire department came, but I don't know what happened to it.
Okay, word up. Rash, you want to say anything? I know this is your backyard too.
No, just I mean I'm related to people that lost, their houses and stuff like that. So
yeah,
I feel for, some things are sentimental value. Some things can be replaced, but nobody wants to like lose it all. So I feel for all the people, and yeah, and it's not just about Altadena being a Black community. Just I'm a human first. I like mine more. I'm not gonna lie, I'm biased, but yeah, no, I feel for people, and I don't think, to my knowledge, I don't even think everybody's whole yet. Like I think some of them got caught up in, yellow tape, and there's still people waiting to get money and this, that, and the third, or getting their houses fixed or whatever. So sorry to hear it.
Yeah, word up. Word up. Well, once again, 1 second applause to everyone who was able to come together and help other people through one of the greatest tragedies that we've seen. So 1 second applause. So G just texted me. He said, "Don't start without me." Too late, G. He's on his way right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna let's start with the J.Cole topic today first. We'll do that. And so the thing about this announcement today, I don't even know if it's an announcement. So on Rory and Mal podcast, Mal heavily insinuated that this week will be the week that we get a new project, new album, whether that's the fall off or not, from J.Cole. Okay, so that happened this week. And then today, actually, we saw the same thing. Well, we saw Epidemic say the same thing about a new Drake album. Okay, now with these two cats particularly, but let's focus on J. Cole first. I am very curious about what the reaction to J. Cole's album is going to be. I know that his fan base is there, his legion of people who he's been representing for heavy, they're going to show up and they're going to show out and they're going to be very loud about it, right? I think that's the case with all these artists that we talk about. We're in that super fan era where, hey, I like you enough. I'm just going to talk about how great it is, regardless of whether or not I'm in a position to really get into the nuances of what the project is or not. But generally speaking, at least for this panel, at least for this conversation here, is this a make or break moment for J. Cole? Maybe not. Maybe break is too strong. But is this a significant moment in terms of J. Cole, what an album sounds like following the battle of 2024, this great Shakespearean shakedown, where he is, where he backed out from all of the greatest of all time conversations to a degree. AD, what do you think?
I'm looking at it more of, with the statement of the big three, right? With the emphasis on bots so much. And I want to see what those first week sales are going to look like, because if the big three, sales, and him being one of the big three, if his sales is too low, that's going to be a reflection of the wider range of hip hop. So it's kind of scary to see what the shit is going to be. I mean, I'm pretty sure sonically J. Cole know what he's going to do. He knows what he does. He's going to deliver when it comes down to a hip hop front. I'm more worried about the number, because I feel like a lot of artists right now are holding on to their shit and the same tactics that was boosting the shit. Now, that shit is put in the forefront right now. It's a scary time. We'll see.
I mean, I'm not sure. I think Cole's numbers are going to be fine. I'm less worried about Cole's numbers particularly, because I still think Cole is one of these artists, one of these 7 artists that can put numbers on the board. Right?
I believe so too.
Eminem, J. Cole, Travis Scott, Drake, Kendrick Lamar, Tyler the Creator. These are the people who can show up. Cardi B. These are the people who can show up and we know can do 200 plus first week. Right? I think I'm pretty sure he's solid.
200 right now.
All of them have just done it. We just saw it with Travis Scott with Jack Boys, and that was a throwaway project. We just saw it with Tyler. We just saw it with Cardi. Now, whether or not people believe these numbers, this is what the numbers were reported. But either way, even if
something for sure.
I mean, I think Cole's definitely doing over 100. But what do you think? What do you think, BK?
Yeah, I think like the numbers is more of like that online big three conversation of like, are we gonna dunk on J. Cole for not hitting more than Tyler or whatever the case may be? Because I don't know. I did hear after Chromacopia dropped, people were like, could Cole and Tyler battle? Because Cole backed out, people were saying all types of stuff in regards to, J. Cole's output. I'm just interested to hear if he's gonna like, in a real serious way, engage with his mindset backing out. Like I know Port Antonio dropped and there was some unexpected like Drake glaze in there in my view. So I don't know. I just feel like, okay. I want a more fleshed out kind of view of all that, because people do see him differently. I mean, but to your point, like his fans are gonna go crazy. Like I think he's been kind of teasing this project since like 2020. We're coming up on like 6-7 years that he needs to drop this project and deliver. I just hope that the content, it's not some old bullshit, respectfully. But then also, people are kind of contending with, can he puff his chest out? Like, talking about slaying the giant and I'm the GOAT and I'm the Muhammad Ali of all this shit. And then you just kind of, I don't know. Optically, I'm just interested to see how it's going to play out. But then like substance-wise, content-wise, is he going to seriously engage? And why? In the fact that he like didn't participate in the most anticipated battle? Like, I don't know.
Rascas, what you with that? Rascas, what you got?
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Elle. Let Elle speak.
No, I agree so much. It's so funny me and BK be on the same thing sometimes. But I don't care about the sales as much, especially with the bot talk, especially with you kind of don't know if these numbers are inflated or not. So to me, as a fan at work, of course, I care about numbers. But as a fan, to me, it doesn't matter about the numbers. It matters about the sound. And the thing that I'm most interested in is getting some insight towards the battle. And I'm confused because I thought we forgiven J. Cole for backing out once Kendrick went scorched earth. I thought he went from being the scariest nigga in the world to now it's like, oh, actually you was a smart gangster. No,
it's an asterisk. It's an asterisk.
I thought people were like, oh, J. Cole was smart to back out. Look at glasses.
I think Cole relinquished that position after we heard Port Antonio. Rascas, what you got?
The only thing I was going to say is this is you guys can talk about numbers and all that, and I will just tell you this: I've seen battles, and I've seen the most highly touted not win. You know what I'm saying? I won't mention what specific battles I'm talking about, but all that don't matter when it comes to the cipher. You gotta, if you say you're the best, there's no, hey, I don't want to fight no more on the mic. That's all that matters is the bars. I'm a fan of J.Cole, but ultimately, if you don't want the mic smoke, I don't care if it's big three. Everybody think they're the best. You're supposed to think you're the best. So that's part of this. This is a braggadocio art form. Nobody, I always say, nobody walks into the ring in the fight and says, well, I hope I get second place. That's not how this works. So they was in a Mexican standoff, and I said it, one man blew his own damn hand off. It's over as far as hearing him ever claim to be in the comp, because you didn't want it when the comp came. And this is as a fan of J. Cole. Now, I want to hear great music. And of course, people want to hear, I'm going to tell you what a strategy should be. Most people catch religion when they don't want the smoke. Go become a Muslim, go to Africa, do a Dave Chappelle, go do that. Go get religious, go become a Christian, Baptist, be a preacher, do something. Then come back and explain it. The only song that everybody wants to hear is why he didn't want to go after it. And there is really no explanation except for I want it to be second. That's it. Now the other and then I'll quit on this. The only other thing is, if that's not your stuff, like J. Cole has never been like, I'm gonna shoot you and kill you. So he kind of jumped out in the wrong space initially in a battle with Kendrick, because that's not really his lane. He could have just said, well, I'm still me and whatever. That's any MC. Just stick to your lane. Some people's more gangsters, some people's more spiritual, whatever. He jumped out, and that's why he looked crazy in the first place, and then he opted out. So that's a whole bunch of chest thumping and then sliding out the back door. And I'll land on that.
I mean, I'm curious if he will touch it again, since he already did Port Antonio, right? I think that was supposed to be his thing. The problem with it is that people were interpreting some of these lyrics as if, I got out of this real quick because, if I had stayed in, everybody would be taking L's right now. I'm not even sure. I heard that and I was like,
tomato.
Gee, what do you think about this?
Poor J. Cole.
He okay. I mean, he gonna get his money. Shout out to the OG Razzcast first. BK,
what's up, glasses?
What's the deal?
Same
what's happening? Looking down. It's somewhere, probably watching cartoons or something. Elle was
That's
happening.
the camera angle, bro.
Elle was the deal. What up, Jay? Jay gonna be good. He gonna do his numbers. He's Tim Duncan, man. He's an all-time great talent. You know what I'm saying? But all of that, you can't. He wasn't smart to duck the battle. He wasn't smart. He just went out like a coward. Simple. You know what I mean? It's not no big deal. Like, some people throw a punch and then decide that they don't want to fight. And, that's it. It's no honor in it. It ain't a respectable thing. Respectable would have been when you first started, you don't do it. But if you punch me in my face, then it's time to fight. Then you be like, bro, you just grabbed me. Like, I don't want to fight. It's like, that ain't really it. You got to think before it. But, I mean, at the end of the day, like, I think he'll be just fine because he is a remarkable talent. But as far as all of that, the smart of the battle, and he was smart to not be in a battle, that's bullshit. You know what I mean? Yeah. You already jumped out there. You put out a bunch of songs talking bad. You done already ruined the relationship, and that's what it is. It'd have been more respectable if you just went through with the fight.
Right. I mean, from MC to MC, nobody wants to hear that. Just at least get yours off. Take it, go bar it out. But to just, man, I feel bad. Nah, bro, nobody wants to hear that. You'll never be considered in the greats anymore. You're really talented, but you can't do the I'm the illest, or I potentially could claim that because you had a shot at the title and you ducked out. And that's just MC shit.
He didn't just duck out. He said, I got my chin out, Kendrick. Take your best shot. Like, that's ridiculous. At your own concert? Sorry. I'm not going to relitigate it, but that's just crazy.
It was just the two diss songs on the project. Like, you jumped out there before Drake jumped, like you jumped out there. You was like, I was like, oh shit. Don't get me wrong, I heard the disses, and to me, they were not. I don't know what J. Cole sounds like in the battle, so I'm gonna judge a J. Cole record based off J. Cole records. So the diss records, I was like, they're jabs. Like, oh, these some good jabs. Like, okay, damn, he jumped out like it's gonna be a squabble. I even didn't like that the one specific song where he had Ab-Soul and Date. Like he played kind of, he was getting dirty too. Like that was dirty. Like you popping it about a dude that helped build TDE with TDE dudes on it. Like I was like, oh, he just took the gloves off. I'm thinking in my mind, like I felt some kind of way. Like, oh, this nigga getting dirty. This finna be a real squabble. And then for you to double back, you know, after what kind of became lukewarm, you know, you can't ignore the fact that the reception was lukewarm or like, oh, these are cool or average. And then now here you go, you at your concert and you like, you go through this whole, and I don't want to call it ridiculous.
No, that's the right word.
It just seemed overtly emotional for something that was really simple. Like you could have just, even in that battle, you could be like, yeah, I dissed the homie. You know what I mean? I'm letting him know I ain't playing. That's my boy. You know, it could have been still more cool. You know what I mean? Versus you act like you set his car on fire or you bombed his house or, you know, it's like, bro, you just said a couple records you didn't thought was bad or something, or you kind of did some underhanded shit by putting his boys on the record. Like, it wasn't like you was so, like, you would act like he stabbed his firstborn kid. Oh, you know, whatever you want to do to me now, I'll accept it because I deserve such dishonor. Like, bro, you tripping.
Yeah, whatever message you got before he stepped on stage at whatever message you got before he stepped on stage at Dreamville Fest. Maybe that's a part of how his reaction to it. Elle, what do you got?
Yeah, but somebody gonna
that's
bully
what I'm
you.
saying. Y'all don't think it's possible that we're missing something? Like he had a battery in his back and he thought something was a certain way, and then he got new information and was like, oh, I was tripping, I got played, so I want to be man enough to be like, I'm tripping.
Just
y'all
rap.
There's no
just rap.
But it wasn't just rap.
Nah.
Let's be honest. Let's keep it real. This battle was not just rap.
think J.
This
Cole
battle
every
became a
battle.
catalyst of. This battle was not just rap. It was.
It's just
this
rap.
battle became like a catalyst of in groups versus out groups, culture versus not in the culture. And he could have been like, I just kind of wanted to spit my hot 16. Now I see this is actually
no.
Well, none of that happened when he said what he said.
Not him, Elle, not him, because his situation is different. Like, and you can't, like, you know, you can't put your glasses on and have hindsight when it's over. Like, see, I was the smart one. No, you was the mark one. You was the mark one. Don't put your hands up. And then you listen. And then the crazy part, and I know Jay like, fucking, I hate this punk ass nigga glasses. But it's like this, right? It's like, then you did the Port Antonio song, bro, where you like talking about what you would have did. Like,
Right.
OG, Kass, he did the Port Antonio song, like, this is what I would have did if I would have battled.
Right.
Bro,
He did the
you
OJ,
did it,
he
and
did
then
the
it wasn't that.
It was pretty shenanigans. I mean, and here's J. Cole from an MC standpoint, been in some battles, had friends jump in battles. Here's the thing, J. Cole's the positive, the cool dude. So you really got to give him where he can swipe kick. It's Nas, it's the ether. He's really the Nas in the situation. If we're just saying it from like, what would Drake be? I don't know what you would compare him to, whatever. But he's selling a lot of records. Kendrick, he from the West, so they're still at association of some street shit. He two smart ones. One, I don't know what you call Drake. You know what I'm saying? But if we're saying the most positive out of the two, out of those three, I'm saying J. Cole was that. He could have really used that to his advantage strategically on some MC shit. But he kind of jumped raw and then backed out. It's over. And then you don't get the claim, no shots no more. And the rest of everything else was done after just not popping shit and backing out. What was this album called? Burn Before, whatever it was called?
Oh, that shit was that's
later.
another thing.
Delete
That,
later.
That's the whole point, and it did.
oh man,
It was deleted.
Hell.
Delete this shit.
You know
That's
that's something
crazy.
girls put when they put an inappropriate picture.
Right, that was weird.
Guys don't even say that. You know what I mean? Like when girls take that picture, Elle, where it be like kind of like they be showing like little cake. You know what I'm talking about, AD? When they be kind of showing a little cakes and they be like, might delete later. And then why would you name your title that, bro? No, don't leave me out there. At least you could tell the truth about that. I'm saying
I'm dead ass.
You know, that's like when the girls had a little picture and they be showing just a little curve and they be like,
they write that on the Instagram caption. Because they might be a little too raunchy for somebody to see.
Later unless it get a lot of likes. If it get a likes, they leave it up.
I might leave it up for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then they take
if it get a ton of likes, they leave it up. But then if it only get a few likes, they delete it. Like, why would you name your project might delete later?
I mean, maybe it's foreshadowing, and maybe that's part of the concept, right? Because that's exactly what happened, right? He put it up there. It didn't get as many likes as he thought, and he deleted it.
He was like,
that's a great point.
But it's like that's what the girls say. I've never seen a man post a picture.
Like,
I've never seen a man post a picture.
I've seen it.
That says might delete later.
But they make fun of it.
That guy wears UGG boots.
Right.
Yes.
I know there's a slight delay, but keep the crosstalk in mind when we're doing this. I do want to say this real quick because I think Gill and Company right here on the screen has a pretty interesting point. He says the fall off is this generation's detox. We're never getting it. Now, I'm not sure if this project that he's thinking about dropping is going to be the fall off or if it's something else or whatever we're hearing about. All I know is I don't like the name the fall off at all.
Me
I
either.
think words are powerful, and he's been speaking this into existence for years. And I think that actually falls in line it's actually a pretty good argument for AD's initial point about what J. Cole's numbers might or might not actually do. If he puts out a project called The Fall Off, maybe AD's over there. Maybe you're right. Looking at it at, 158, 172. You never know.
But is that not artistically valuable in itself? That might be his greatest fear. That might actually be his fear. Like a lot of people, when they have success at doing something, sometimes they have fear of continuing to do it. Like, what is it going to be like when I reach this peak and then I have to fall off? So maybe in a way or not have to, but I happen to fall off. So maybe he's like projecting out. He's a scary ass nigga. All right, whatever.
Yeah, I kind of feel like too, the fall off, like I think he was trying to do a thing where he drops the fall off and it's like his biggest best, like it's his magnum opus, because I think he was expecting this to come out shortly after. I mean, he did First Person Shooter with Drake. He's calling himself the Muhammad Ali of the big three. He was absolutely saying like, big as the what? Big as the Super Bowl. And then was expecting to drop the fall off and it blow up and it go crazy. He did this joint tour with Drake. Like, nah, he was fully leading up to that moment. And then I feel like the beef really caught him off guard because he's like, ooh, how do I politically correctly go about this? Because then it gets revealed Drake is kind of like, yo, nigga, that's your homie. So you feel kind of weird jumping out. It just got real weird. And so I think that it's almost becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's like 6, 7, 8 years later, after you renege, after you drop this weird Porn Antonio thing. I don't know. We'll see what happens though.
Yeah. Word up. Well,
he was on a feature run though. He was on a feature run though. I know we're not gonna drag it, but I have not forgot. As a person who liked bars, J. Cole was on a cold ass feature run. Him and Benny, all of that shit. He fucked it off.
Word up. Well, we'll see how the bars what the bars are talking about. Hopefully soon in project form. Yeah. Because I think there's a lot of things that people want to hear about. And also, I think, BK, you made a point earlier at the beginning of this conversation, I think is also really true. Right now in the world, just generally speaking, there's a lot of things that Cole could possibly talk about that have a whole lot of weight that really hit people that actually have nothing to do with this. And we haven't seen a whole lot of artists necessarily been leaning into broader conversations over the past, 15 years or so. A handful of very significant artists. Kendrick is one of these artists. Lupe is one of these artists. But generally speaking, most people are pretty narrow in their conversations. And I think that there's a lot of things that are happening locally and globally that perhaps could shift the conversation. My point is that there's a lot of things to talk about, and we'll see what J. Cole decides to prioritize on whatever's coming next. Word up. 1 second applause to everybody. I think there's a couple of questions. Does anybody have a question here? No one does have a question. All right, so
I actually, my bad. I wanted to ask because I did see that Rory and Mal both said that there was potentially like a Drake feature or a Kendrick feature that was on there that wasn't gonna make it on there or what. I don't know if any of you guys like heard them say that, but they said that they had it on good authority, talking to the Dreamville people, that there was potentially a feature from one or two of the big three on this that maybe got taken off. I don't know.
I haven't heard anything outside of what they said.
Got you.
And that actually makes sense to me.
You should have left it on there.
I mean, you can't clear it.
Yep.
I don't think he would have had a problem clearing it.
Well,
I mean, if Dot did it, I don't think he would have not cleared it. And maybe Drake wouldn't have, but I doubt it. I don't think nobody's that mad at him. I think it could be some disappointment, but I don't think anybody's that upset with him. But I thought that was an odd part of the news cycle. Like, oh, you know what? This, like, that just seemed like a very odd thing to have in the news cycle. I got features from both of those guys, but I'm gonna take them both off my album. It just, you know?
Right.
Yeah, it was odd.
Word up. Well, let's know in the comment section. Let me know. Let us know in the comment section what you think about all of this, what you're looking forward to, and with J.Cole. And if you're still interested in hearing his perspective on what took place in 2024, now that we're in 2026. All right, next topic. This was another big week. I think heading into 2026. I think it was New Year's Eve. Yeah, Doechii dropped "Girl Get Up." Yeah, Doechii dropped "Girl Get Up." I'm a big fan of the song. I really appreciate artists when they draw the line and they stand up for themselves and they stand up for their communities. I think she did a great job standing up for herself. I think she did a great job on that song, not allowing people to distance her from other women MCs that are out here. People always try to make Doechii seem like she's different than all these other people, so she's still keeping that community tight too. But the where we are now in this week, this conversation has turned into a much larger conversation about what we do as a community and who do we allow to disrespect us. And Glasses Malone, you were at the forefront of that conversation over the past week, and rightfully so, in my opinion. I think you've been getting a lot of praise for the way that you handled the way out of pocket disrespect, racist disrespect that was coming from low value streamer Adin Ross. We are now on Thursday. As you look at where these conversations have gone, Glasses, what stands out to you most right now?
It's very, I ain't gonna lie to you, it's very odd to be thanked for something like this. Like, I get it that, and I'm just being like honest. Like, it's odd. I don't really know how to feel. It kind of hurt. I know that seemed weird, but it don't feel good. It's like, do sisters really feel like we just let this pass? Like, white men just, you know what I mean, have the ability just to disrespect? Like, I could see we talking about critiquing and, you don't approve of somebody's arts, but Elle used to tell me that, like, there's a place where sisters really kind of don't feel like it's right. So to kind of see it at this level where it's hundreds of people DMing me saying that, I'm like, bro, this is, I guess because, being 46, I remember this. I remember growing up and watching black people stand up for black people. That was just like what I saw all the time. I remember being 12, 11, and Los Angeles went up in flames. Kass, remember, AD, remember, it went up in flames over what they did to Rodney King. Like, I've always noticed black people standing up for black people. Like, I never see. So in my mind, this is the consistent theme my whole life. Then one day you just do kind of what you saw your whole life, what you've been taught your whole life, all of the above. And people are like, man, thank you. And you like I didn't go rescue a baby out of a house, where most human beings, that's a scary thing, running in a burning house and getting a baby. Okay, that's a handful of humans. But like, is it a handful of black dudes, you mean, that you think will say, hey, you know what? I don't care if you're, because I don't even know who this dude is. Like, it don't matter to me who he is. It's like this, you're a white man calling this lady a barrel of bitches, whores, dirty sluts. You don't care about that black people shit. You don't care about that black queen shit. You don't, sucking dick like that. That wasn't like, oh, you know what? I think you're a plant. Oh, I don't like your album. Hey, I don't like your song. That's like, that's not even the thing that's mentioned in part of that rant. So I guess it's just funny. And one promise I made myself and this is one of the hardest promises I ever made myself is I'm not gonna have this conversation with nobody trying to elevate the conversation. Like I refuse to let people make content out of it. Like I don't have a movement. I ain't no shirts. I was just telling Top Dog on my way over here, like people asking me what I'm about to do or what's the next move. The next move, and I want to hurt this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like that shit made me feel so. I don't have no shirts. It ain't no hats. You know, ain't no lineup for no bigger conversation. Like this motherfucker was out of line. Like he popping it, talking crazy about this lady. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't. There's no marketing. Like if that don't bother you, you know, man, like what the fuck? You know, I don't have a plan. I don't have a plan. That's not a plan. I didn't know who this motherfucker was. It wasn't about clout. Like I don't even believe money is clout. Fame ain't clout. Clout is respect. Clout is when you can walk down the street and everybody know what you about. Clout when you go where you go and ain't nobody gonna do nothing. Clout ain't, you know, that ain't really what clout, you know, what they talking about. So I see it twisting in weird directions, but it's just like, I don't know what, there's not a movement. Even when people saying they stand with me, like I'm standing with this sister. Like it ain't about me. It's this sister right here that's getting disrespected. You know what I'm saying? So it's odd for me, Jay. And you know, like, again, this is making me a little emotional because it's like, you know, like what the fuck is going on to where sisters really feel like this? And today on my stream, like a sister really put it in perspective. Like with black women and black men, you know, situation is different. And again, not the oppression Olympics, but bro, like if you do, like, and I kept saying it with Meg, like I couldn't figure out why it felt so different. And somebody explained it to me today. Like Meg is dealing with racism and sexism. That really cleared it for me. Because like I watch brothers deal with racism all the time. I see that shit normal, right? We deal with that all the time. But I'm not used to seeing sexism with racism. That's not something I'm used to seeing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I've ever saw a video where somebody said like, you know, hard ER bitch, nigger bitch. Like that shit just, you know, one thing being a nigga, it's another thing being a nigga bitch. Like that's just, you know what I mean? It's just, and I'm starting to notice like, oh shit, this is way worse than I thought. So again, even people asking me, do I have a plan? I'm like, what plan? Like the plan was to, you know, get next to this motherfucker, slap his head off. That was the only plan. You know what I mean? The plan was like, let me correct that because that was wrong. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I don't know, dog.
1 second applause. BKL, I think Glasses raised a great point here. You know, I think as black men in general, we're used to racism, but we're not used to racism on top of sexism. What thoughts do you, either of you, I mean, free to speak freely, as you guys watch this conversation take place this week, BK particularly, I watched your live stream and you had a lot of smoke, you know, for the way pretty much all communities tend to treat black women at different points in time.
Yeah. I'm glad that Glasses said what he said about I think the core of it all being standing with Doechii and just with black women in general. Like it's not about Adin. I've been seeing so much of the commentary being like focused around Adin, and it's like fuck Adin, literally fuck Adin Ross. Like if anybody else doesn't want to co-sign that, like that's fine. Like, but that's what I'm saying. Like this man is a racist. He's a self-loathing anti-Semite. Like Justin says, he's a low-value weirdo. However you want to, you know, categorize him. But this is a white man that has blown up off of black culture, and then is getting a bigger bag off of dissing black people. And so, like to see it just being like Doechii versus Adin, and oh, I just don't care what Adin has to say. In the music, Doechii talked about being a dark-skinned black woman and how life gets dark when you dark like me. And I think we got to engage with that more. We got to engage with her whole, you know, the third verse of her being like, they call me the intellect among the pussy rap. Like you're degrading other black women in order to like prop me up. Like, and the fact that like so many black men, like, yeah, to your point, you know, you feeling like Glasses feeling like that's what you're supposed to do. Like I was shocked. I was like, oh shit, all these think pieces and all this about, oh, we got to stand up for Doechii. When we literally watched what happened with Meg happen, and you know, people went from driving the boat to like, show me the bullet wounds, bitch. Like Adin Ross said, show me the bullet wounds, bitch, about Megan, and there was no wave of like, oh my God, we got to protect our sisters. And it's because of the different type of women that they are, I think. And Doechii spoke about that unironically in the song, and that's being overshadowed. Her feeling like she's stepping into, you know, her star power, as the heiress of TDE, you know, of someone who respects the art form. That's not being talked about. We're just like centering Adin. And I think like it's important to talk about Adin because, you know, some people don't know, like it isn't just like a quirked up white boy that says the N-word. Like he interviewed Donald Trump, right? Who now is responsible for deploying ICE in all of our cities and executing people and all this stuff. Like he laundered his image and his platform, you know, for that, for nefarious purposes. So I'm not surprised he's talking about bitches and dirty and all this stuff. I don't care about black this. And then of course now he's donating money to black businesses to cover that. Like fuck that, fuck him. And I think this song was incredible. I think Doechii is like one of the most important artists of our time, and her dropping this song allows us to contend with a lot of these issues that exist within the community. And this misogynoir, which is specific to black women, this racism and sexism at the intersection, it's not being dealt with in our community. And so yeah, like I mean, I know me and some of my friends are like, oh, I'm so shocked that men are speaking up, but I think it's about affiliations. Maybe it's like TDE affiliations. Maybe it's, oh, she's a conscious rapper, so now I feel like I gotta jump out the gate for her. But when it's women that do like to shake a little ass, it's like, oh, dance, bitch, and show me the bullet wounds, bitch. You know, so I think there's larger conversations to be having, and it shouldn't be centered around glasses or Adin or any men bucking up at each other, because this was a dope song, and we need to like, you know, deal with that and what's coming in 2026 for Doechii. So I mean, that's my thing.
1 second applause.
Wow. You spoke on so much. I think it's funny because I feel a little bit for Glasses in a way, because I can feel kind of the hurt that he feels like, damn, y'all really feel like kind of unprotected. And I feel like that's kind of reminiscent, I think, of different like Black thought leaders that I heard at different times. I love how this is kind of cyclical. But I feel like Black men have taken up for me and protected me throughout my entire life. So I understand what he means when he says, what, this new to y'all? And I think it's just a really unique time where it's like Glasses just happened to be who he was at this time. Because I do think in some ways this is connected to like the explosion of the beef. I think Adin is only attacking Doechii as a result of the beef. And the fact that it's being made cool again to stand up for us. Because I think that some people are not really solid in their stances. They kind of go with what seems like the community will accept. You know, it's kind of like, what can I do to not be exiled? Like, I know y'all remember when Black Lives Matter was big, everybody was pro-Black. As soon as they changed that narrative and was anti-woke, niggas started changing to, I don't want to hear that woke shit. So it's a certain group of people who's kind of going to go with whatever seems like the wave where they won't get called out. And I just think we happen to be at a time where Glasses was the right person at the right time to spark that fire, where the wave became, what the fuck is up with y'all letting this nigga talk about Black people and Black women in this way? And I understand what he was saying, like racism and sexism. I don't know if that's all the way true though, because I do think Black men experience a certain type of racism and sexism, like when they make it like y'all are super freaky or you can't control. Like if you think about what Adin said about Glasses, why don't you take care of all your baby mamas? Mm-hmm. In a way, that's a level of as if you just this overly sexual beast and you just going around, you think with your dick and you irresponsible. In a way, that was kind of like, if you a Black man, I bet you're weak in this way. So I understand his pain when he like, damn, I can't believe women don't feel that way. But I don't really experience that in real life. I think I was explaining this to my brother earlier today, my little brother. I was saying, you know, we live on a planet with a lot of worlds. And I think in that video gamer, streamer world, in their world, it's cool to talk like that. In our world, we know niggas will knock you the fuck out quick. I ain't never been in a situation where I'm walking around somewhere or I'm in a group and a person tried to violate me. It could be a nigga I don't know. And he gonna be like, you good? What's going on? What's up with this? And that's my world. But it's another world where people like, oh, what you going soft for a bitch? What you out here trying to take up for women? What you out here getting mad? Oh, you talking about that race shit? So in that world, they don't understand a person like Glasses. So what I'm happy about is the shift in the narrative where the people who are kind of followers are kind of getting the lesson of, nah, there's more power in standing with your people. Because in a way, when another group disrespect your women, they really disrespecting y'all as men. They're saying y'all don't have the ability to stand up for your women. Like the surprise is like, who y'all think y'all are? Y'all think we got to respect y'all women? Like what power do you have? If you listen to some of his things, why you don't do this? Why you don't do that? They're kind of saying you black men don't have the power to tell us what to do with your women. And I just love that in this moment, a lot of people are kind of like, yeah, we do. Because to be honest, you get your power off of us. So if we reset, like I think he said something like an NBA person was supposed to come on his stream and he ain't coming. Yeah. So he's trying all these different tactics.
The crazy part is, let me
hold on. Did you get a chance to finish out? Let me just make sure.
No, it's fine because I know I'm running. Me and Glass to do this all day. Go ahead, Glass.
No. I knew the NBA player like that, and see, this be the problem. Like, I keep trying to explain to him, like, OG, what real clout is, and I'm like, y'all keep thinking money, like, bro, niggas will take that from you. Like, that's not nothing. Like, you won't even have that. Like, it'll be bad. But it's like that fast. I figured out who the NBA player was. Like, God delivered him right to my door. I'm like, cuz if you even half-ass go walk with this motherfucking man after you didn't see me just cuss this man out about disrespecting this fucking black lady, bro, I'm telling him, like, I'm gonna make life bad. Like,
But did you say you know who the NBA player was?
Yes.
Who's the NBA player?
No, because then I want him to think. Because then if I say it to y'all, then it becomes I'm bullying him publicly.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's like it already has a
text me on the side. I'm right here.
People, but it's like, why am I forcing you to be black? Being like human.
A lot of people think they're in a post. People think they're in a post-racial America. Let's get down to the bottom of it. People feel like they're in a post-racial America. Some people are confused to think like we didn't have a black president. This is America. You got the ability to pull yourself up by the bootstraps. We're in post-racial America. They don't understand that America was built off of race. This is a gang war is what's going on in America. Our group has this power and this leverage. Your group has this power and that leverage. We're going to utilize ours against y'all because that's just the history of America. So you think they being black, but they feel like they're free from this idea of cooperating together in order to attain power. And what you're doing, I think, is teaching them like, no, you're not.
I would say this, and like me being a little younger, you know what I'm saying? Like we literally taught G how to troll in the last maybe like 2 months. You would say, G?
Probably about 3 months. It
3 months.
It was long.
And
it was long.
Yeah. So it's like I don't think y'all understand what's actually going on right now. It goes deeper than all of this. There's literally a bunch of white content creators saying, hey, I deserve to say the word nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't even mean it in this certain type of way. And it's fucked up when it's like younger black people standing next to them and saying like, I don't care. You get what I'm saying? So like this in a nutshell, past the Doechii situation, everything, it's like the younger men that are coming up of our color are allowing that. And you're seeing that. And I'm not even going to say it's for opportunity. It's just that I don't think that they value or been through the same struggles that our ancestors went through and the older people went through or dealt with racism themselves and stuff like that too. So it's like I'm flabbergasted. It's so much shit that I see on the internet now. And I'm like, God damn. And then too, like we didn't got to a point as black people where not all, but disrespect is like, that's the shit that gets the attention and shit. And I'm literally seeing men that who would never be in no type of confrontations or anything, purposely going online to start narratives and do shit because that's where they think, you know, the clicks are gonna come, and it's fucked up. Like we watch shows where we fight each other, we go at each other all the time. Even the Meg and Tory Lane situation, you watch a group of black people say she's lying, he's telling the truth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So us as individuals, it's fucked up because all people see is us going at each other and shit like that. And it's, you know, saying G is my brother. Like it's dope. And I've said this today on our show that we have. I said, G is a person that's not making content. He's never have been. He get mad at us when we make content. You know what I mean? And he told me a long time ago, like, hey, bro, I don't care. I'm going to be the guy that's going to make sure that you don't fall in between the cracks and do all the type of shit like that too. And it's everybody don't have an elder that they respect that's going to sit there, you know what I'm saying? Show them the way and show them how you supposed to be, how you supposed to act, and how you supposed to move. So like a lot of these guys, man, they need real male role models around them that they respect, that can show them the way of how shit is really supposed to be. And that's how I feel about it.
1 second applause.
I'd like to
I
say
thought
something.
about that too. I noticed the gamers. I
Wait,
noticed that when I watched my nephew
G, real quick. Let's give Rascal a chance to say something. He's about to start.
I just wanted to add on to that. I mean, for one, you know, we talk about what people do, what they're rewarded for, and everybody, we act as if the algorithm is like, the 10 commandments and shit. Algorithm is created by somebody, and it usually tends to be a white guy. So if it rewards stupid shit and negative shit, that's been a big part of the problem. You got to, and I feel like we overlook the obvious, even with our younger kids. You know what I'm saying? We're not 80 years old. Motherfuckers is 50, 40, 36, whatever that is, right? But right is right and wrong is wrong. I grew up and watched, just like you, G. My grandmother beat my ass if I didn't jump out. And I was like 7. My older sister had to fight. That's just what you get taught. Somebody better teach you. If your sister getting hit, I've always told dudes that you hit my sister, bro, whatever. Me, the homies, we getting you. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't got that discipline, there's something broken in you. And if it's rewarding it, just overdo it. I understand there's some nuance, male and female, and we don't get along, or, we talk shit to each other and all that shit. But some shit is just wrong as fuck. And I think we've had a president and a whole bunch of companies that have this brosphere shit. So it's niggas in it. And like y'all said, they don't care, because as long as they getting that so-called clout or that so-called money, motherfuckers get fame and don't even get no money out this shit or whatever. Like, it just want to be important. And we've been letting this shit slide for too long. And you talk about, I understand, D, what you're saying about having somebody that they respect, but motherfuckers have learned how to just respect the algorithm. They don't give a fuck about nothing. And the algorithm is made by a white nigga. Yeah. So we upside down with this shit. And instead of fucking dealing with the disease, we keep crying about the symptoms. The problem is you have a country, but now specifically with Donald Trump, don't you remember the nappy-headed niggas with the basketball players, the white niggas doing that? There is no back day. That one was at 10, 20 years ago.
Don
Imus. Yeah. They've been doing this shit forever, but there used to be some degree of consequences. You have a president that all he can ever say about black women is how low intelligent they are. So if shit runs downhill. So when the most powerful white man in the world demeans our women, and we ain't doing shit about shit anyway, what the fuck you think the kids gonna do? What you think a little stupid Adin Ross? He get to hang with Drake. He gonna get a whole bunch of money, and he got coon ass niggas hanging on the side of him because they want to get some. So at some point we got to figure out how. I didn't say I had the answers, but then you got to cut a gang of niggas off. Then fuck y'all. Y'all want to roll with that? Then you stay with them. The problem is there's no repercussions for this fuck shit. That's why we at where we at right now.
Yeah, because like the fucked up part about it is Adin shits on black people, but he's nothing without black people. Like his whole content.
But neither is America.
Like that's true. That's what this whole shit is based off of. And it's like, who do you think he's parroting? Like this isn't just coming out of it's white supremacy at the root. I'm not blaming black people for the issues, of like blaming the colonized of the issues of the colonizer, but it's just like the co-signing. That's my boy, but yeah, he took it a little bit far, but W Adin. It's like, no, like the association gives him the cultural cachet to be in these spaces and stream with the president one day and Playboy Cardi the next day. Like us just saying that this shit is okay. And it's like, I think there's this thing of well, the algorithm's not going anywhere. Streaming's not going anywhere. Content's not going anywhere. So fuck it. We just got to put our hands up and not say anything. I think that's cowardice. I think people don't want to lose their access. People don't want to lose their clout.
Or their freedom, or their life.
Yeah,
That's it.
You know what I mean? And that's what, but this is what I was saying, BK, about a month or two ago. Remember we was talking about it? And I'm like, hands, old-fashioned hands. You know what's lost? Good old-fashioned hands.
That's
It's
true.
been a long time since Pete. Remember I was telling y'all, and you,
Yeah.
and what was his name? He was super dope. I seen some of his
FD,
content.
Was it FD?
FD signifier.
Super dope. And y'all was like, gee, you tripping. I'm like, no, hands. We don't get here without hands. I've been telling 80 for years, good old-fashioned hands do a lot. It's expected. And that's what's been missing. Think about the kids now. They don't even get spanked.
Nope.
Hands. Nobody is getting hands. That little boy needs some hands. He ain't had hands. Look at him. He's saying all kind of shit to people. I ain't even know this motherfucker. People talking about Clout. I'm like, who the fuck is he? I don't know this fucker. The first time I heard him, he was talking shit about AD, and AD made him apologize. That's the first time in my life I ever heard of him. Yeah. Who the fuck is he? He's like I don't care what video game you play, fool. Stop using this language about this sister. And I'm going to introduce you to hands if you don't stop. I think good old-fashioned hands is what's missing. Like, imagine if that dude that's sitting next to him introduced him to hands.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay to die. It's okay to go to jail. It's okay. It is not bro. I swear living is overrated if you're gonna live like this. If you're gonna live like this, where somebody could just make you the butt of every joke. Like, you're the butt of every joke. Hands, man. Hands.
And I would say this.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say like a sentiment what G was saying. Like when I first got into the content space, I've always said like hands. And then the sentiment of that was they was like, well, you don't know how to talk to anybody. You know, you don't. Why are you getting so emotional and shit like that, right? And I'm like, I was always taught coming where I come from, if a nigga disrespect you, we handle that shit like men. And it's like, you know, the content creators, they're not on that. They're not on that at all. Nobody wants to meet up and fight. Nobody wants to do anything like that. I agree with G 100%. But then I got to a point to where I said, you know what? If this is what people are doing, they're going to try to box you out by trying to get you emotional and doing certain type of stuff. And then too, like you learn, like I didn't got so mad the first year or two of doing this shit. Cause I'm like, I'm from the streets. I'm from Compton, California. You know what I'm saying? Like anything happens with a homie, anybody, we got to get down. And then we can shake hands and we can keep on pushing. And then, you know, you're not used to like people writing hour-long paragraphs about you. Like I got a son with autism. Somebody made a fucking Instagram page whacking my son's face out. AD's retarded kid and shit like that, right? So it's like you learn how to emotionally not let none of this shit on the internet affect you. If you put yourself in front of this motherfucker, you got to know the evils that come with this shit. And it's a lot of bullshit. It's a lot of evil. And then once you get numb to that, anything that happens on this internet now, you can handle that shit. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these guys are not, they don't understand that shit. And when you run into them, then like G said, put the line on them, give them hands if you get next to the motherfuckers. But don't let them know that you coming.
But
you get what I'm saying?
I want to. Hey, 1 second, G. I mean, that's a great point, AD. And there was a clip of you and JasonMartin that went super viral this week. That was based around this conversation. I mean, we are now on Wednesday. Where's your mind from when that conversation took place and where it is now?
We was talking about this today. It was funny though too because it's like me, G, JasonMartin, the homie Pun, and the homie Manny. We got this shit called a group chat. We talk in the group chat all day. We say some of the most crazy shit to each other in private. G didn't used to like it. Now he joins along with the shit and stuff too. So it's fun. It's fun little banter and stuff like that. And then like especially that day, I didn't know JasonMartin was coming over to my crib. Like I'm so used to, me and Pun are so used to like hearing G say anything that happens for like the last, I want to say year and a half, 2 years. He's like, look, y'all need to do this. Y'all need to do this. Hands. Whenever like something comes our way, right? And we like, okay, boom. We listening to G. We handle the shit the way we handle. This was the first time that G had something to him personally. So we got a kick out of it. We was like, oh, G, it's on you now. It's on you now. Like joking around and shit like that. obviously, you know, letting everybody know like we got G's back. That's our brother. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever G is on, we on. You know what I mean? But we just thought it was funny. So like prior to JasonMartin coming over, me and Pun are joking like, yeah, G got to handle this. We got your back. Let us know if you need us to tag in. You need us to tag in. And then when JasonMartin came over, I'm not knowing that he's coming over to be serious. You know what I'm saying? Like if you watch our content, we joke around a lot. We play around with each other and shit like that. I'm literally sitting there telling him like, hey, bro, I'm playing with you. You feel what I'm saying? And then when I seen how serious he was, I'm like, I asked once that we got off camera, I was like, hey, I asked Pun, I was like, is problem really serious? Like, is he mad at me or something? And he was like, he was being serious. And immediately I hit my homie up and I was like, bro, I apologize if you thought I was being serious or, you know what I'm saying, going against what you saying, because we play around like that shit all the time though. Like, and I'll say this, like JasonMartin, that's a brother to me. He always been looked out for me. G Malone used to let me use his studio. Like G said, he know me as a little kid. Like whatever G on, whatever problem is on, like that's what AD is on. You know what I mean? And I don't know Doechii, but Top Dog is somebody that when I was younger, he really, really looked out for me. He gave me great advice. So it's like anything on the coast and anybody that I got love and appreciation for, it doesn't matter. I don't care if I don't want to go. I'm jumping in the car with them no matter what. And I would never go against like the movement of whatever my niggas is pushing. Like, you feel me? Straight up.
What up? 1 second applause.
Yeah.
Because that clip confused a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, 100%.
I was so nervous.
Yeah. And but
especially
That was
because
fire
it's just
because
such a
AD had me
serious-
nervous. So I was like, I've only seen that clip of you. I don't.
Yeah.
I've only seen that clip. And I was like, oh my God, is he about to come in here and be like, what is fucking y'all talking about? Leave the crackers alone.
Nah. And G said that on his stream too. He said,
this is
like, it don't matter whatever somebody say on the stream, like AD gonna ride with us and shit like that. I've learned how to have fun with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Under any situation. And like me personally, I tell my friends, I feel like if people feel like they got you figured out, they got all the tools to destroy you. So even if you think I'm mad, I don't even want you to think I'm mad. You know what I mean? Like, I'm on some Joker type shit. You ain't gonna know if I'm mad, sad, whatever it is. When you see me is when you see me and shit like that. And if that's who I gotta be in this space to push us forward, and that's what I'm gonna do to push us forward. But I am happy though.
Say something, but Glasses, before you go, let me say this. I was thinking about what you said when you were like, well, this is how it works on the internet. And it kind of goes back to my point about the different worlds. I do wonder if it makes sense to just submit to that world and its rules. Like different worlds have different rules. I understand that the streamers came up with this idea that I should be able to say whatever the fuck I want to say. And if you get mad, you pussy. But I think it's beneficial for us to use our own leverage to be like, that's your rules. My rules is I'm going to knock you the fuck out if you play with me. And figure out who rules we really got to go by. Like, do we got to go by the streamer rules or do we got to go by our rules? Because I feel like certain community. Go ahead, Glasses.
No, because I thought about this and I thought this would be ill. I was thinking about it driving over here. I know my hands is right. Look,
I was like,
hip hop is the upside down.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's the upside down, right? You have, right? Hip hop is the upside down. And then you have this world, that's the abyss, right? That's this streamer world. And then you have the real world, which is Hawkins. They're trying to ram the abyss into Hawkins. They like, no, this is how we behave. This is, oh yeah, we don't care about the N-word. You know, we don't care. We had a black president. You know, they got all of these super cute ideas, right? About how life should be. And then hip hop is like this vessel that's allowing people to cross into it, right? Because you see these people sitting down. But then when you get to Hawkins and you meet people, you're like, hold up, hey, I don't want that here. Right? You know what I mean? I don't want that here. Like, I'm not riding. And that's the trick to me. It's like they're trying to crash that world, feel me, Elle, into this world. And it's like, nah, Playboy, I don't know who let this go, but we not riding. That's not happening, fool. Like, no.
And he texted me and said, oh, shit, a Stranger Things reference. Tell Glasses I said that was fire. But
that was a bar. That was a bar.
That's kind of what I'm saying.
He over there watching 11. I love it.
Yeah, she was like, she texted me like, oh, Stranger Things, that nigga real. But That's kind of what I mean
1
about
second
leverage. Yeah, she was like, I gotta say,
I got you.
Word up.
That was a bar.
I love the assist to bring the Sixers back. All right, but that's kind of what I was saying about how I'm catching some of the game you give, Glasses, because you talk a lot about the importance of a narrative. And I understand how people miss it a lot of times, because what you're talking about is a little bit nuanced. If they are able to convince you that their world, they have more leverage to impose their world onto you, then people will allow it to happen. But if you're able to craft, and I guess this is my marketing mind starting to kick in, if you are able to craft almost a better narrative to explain that, no, you don't have the leverage, we give you the leverage. And I think you've been explaining that so well. But that's why I said you're in a unique position to do it. Another person who people feel like they don't got to respect, because you see they tried everything against you. We got the police. Oh, you ain't scared of the police?
Shit.
I mean,
just thinking to myself, like, why would you tell the Crip you're gonna call the police? How do those two things work? Like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna call her the what was the name of the special security group? Like he felt. I'm like,
and that's the same thing he said. He said he was gonna sue me. The same shit.
I'm laughing to myself, like, bro, are you fucking stupid? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know how many times I've been to jail? Like, I don't think it hit. And I think, you know why? Because I get it, Jay. I get it, Justin. I swear. It's because they really don't know. To them, this shit we talking about is rap records, Elle. Kass, they think it's rap records. They not like, oh, this dude really a gang member. Oh, this dude really been. It's to them, it's like, no, you just rap about it. And I meet different rappers all the time, and they're cool. They like.
They just be making it
bro,
up.
I'm from Watts. Like, that's not like skin you. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what's going wrong. And I'm like, because they saying it, and then it became calls like, oh, you know, he wants to talk to you, or, you know, you guys could do something. Are you fucking crazy? I told you what I wanted. Stop talking about this lady like this. That's it. I don't want to be your friend.
Such a small
I
ass.
saw all the cute things.
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought so too, Justin.
Yeah, right. Wait a minute. This isn't ridiculous out here. He's not asking you to do anything, but stop doing this one thing. You know,
simple.
But he feels entitled to it. He feels entitled to it. Yeah. He's a connected, well-off white man, and this is all just content to him. Like, Black women, again, just content, just niggas going back and forth, just clicks, just whatever. And it's like, there's real, outside of Doechii, there's women out there that look just like her that are watching this all go down and seeing and just seeing how it's just content. And it's like, there's people in the streaming space and in the content space that are combating these people. Like, they're not just, it's not just them running rampant like that. Like, I know that that's permissible, but there's people in the space. Foreign Man does this all the time, and others that just break these people down. Like, this is just the same recycled white supremacist racist talking points, and the fact that Black people are just co-signing the shit because it's just like, that's just the nature of streaming, and its content is whack to me.
Well, I want to say this one thing too, because when I look at the arc of this story from, you know, New Year's Eve to where we are now, particularly with this example that the NBA player, for whatever reason, sounds like Glasses no, and he was a part of it, but the NBA player didn't want to go stream with him. To me, that is a real-time example of what Rascass was just saying earlier, right? And what BK echoed too. Like, when we actually use our influence, when we actually set the line, set the standard, it doesn't seem to take very long for people to at least pivot, at least in the immediate term. Now, what are the odds, or what is stopping us for holding that line consistently? I mean, Rascass, for example, you said, I mean, it's been like this the whole time. Why does it have to continue to be this way?
I mean, the only thing, think about it. What was it? The blackout, like, no Target, no whoopty wham. We be tearing motherfuckers up. We do. Do you know that's what Martin Luther King, you know what I'm saying? Boycott, nigga, stop fucking with these people. And honestly, ultimately, we're going to have to figure out what we decide collectively we're going to accept. You know what I'm saying? There's some nuance there, but if it's called, we don't play with Twitter. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I think we keep putting the ball back in their court. And again, like the thing that fucked me up was the first time Donald Trump said, like, be a hater. And I'm like, you hate us. They'll steal our slang. They are the culture. They're evil-hearted. They are going to steal our culture. Look at Donald Trump's cabinet. They all got big-ass lips. These niggas got more weed than a little bit. So they want to be us, but they want to talk like us. They want to emulate us. They want to steal every part of us, especially our women. And then denigrate us. And we got to stop saying, well, they gave me a couple of cents, so I'm going to just say, let it. Niggas is Samboing out, bro. And that can't be, if the excuse is, that fucking Stranger Things analogy was kind of crazy. I gotta give it because he just fucked my head. I was like, crashing into Hawkins. Yeah, we got to stop the fucking letting the upside down.
It's that we're the upside down. We're the upside down. Hip hop is the upside down. Everybody tries to come to us to make their movement real.
Right.
So like that streaming world is like, think about it. They've been using us as the vessel to bring them in. And like AD is saying, like, bro, this is how they talk there. This is how they behave there. Like my nephew was like, yeah, they be saying all kind of shit, but I don't be tripping. And I get why he can't trip because he can't see them. Right. So it's like the only thing like AD is saying, they're keeping their head together. You know, because other than that, they be turning the game off. Like, I ain't playing this shit no more. You ain't going to play no more games because it's so many of them. So then they get so conditioned to it. And then, right, Elle, the gamers become the streamers. They just put a camera on them, and then they playing the game. And then they get rid of the game, and then it's just them. And they're so used to talking like this. And then guess the vessel they start to use. Here comes hip-hop. Okay, you guys have audience. I want to apply my product to the audience. I want to advertise. I want to show myself, right? Like Neon broke. I might swerve in that corner. Whoa. Like, so they're seeing that. And of course, you know, we like, okay, they have an audience, but you don't even know what they about. So again, it's like hip hop is the place that it gotta stop. Like, we have to stop it. Us. Not them, not Hawkins. Hawkins ain't finna do shit. They like, whatever, crash into this motherfucker. We have to we already came from Hawkins into the upside down. We got to stop it right here. Hip hop is supposed to stop this type of shit.
I would say this, and this is not very brand worthy of saying with sponsors and shit, but I feel like a lot of these guys ain't afraid no more. They feel like once you put the police in their face, or say I got security, they feel untouchable. Unfortunately, some people, some casualties gonna have to happen. Once motherfuckers start being scared again, they're gonna start thinking twice about saying anything about anybody. And that's how I honestly feel. Not to say nobody to do something.
I agree with that, but I think it's a lot of things to be scared of. I know why you said it's off brand, because it sounds like it's like, oh, you want to see violence happen? I think there's this two-sided storytelling things that goes on. Words can be violent. You teaching a bunch of kids that it's okay to call Black women smelly bitches, that is a type of violence. That makes your little nephew that's listening to that go to school and talk to my little niece in a way that ain't cool when they collide. It's a type of violence. People will look at thank you. People will look at one certain type of group and be like, oh, they thugs, they gangsters, they doing this type of shit, they criminals, and try to downplay it. But then the president will go snatch a fucking president out of his home in another sovereign country, and people will try to act like that's something of valor when that's some gangster shit to go steal their fucking crude oil. So it's this idea of like, oh, y'all are trying to bully me because he tried to hide behind his religion, and oh, I'm innocent. You guys are taking it too far. You guys are trying to introduce violence. Sir, you threatened him with the police, and you know that's racially powered because you know our relationship with the police. Then you talking about Mossad. Everybody know they are psychopaths, first of all. Then you tried to say some shit about he got hella baby mamas. Like, all of this shit is racially charged. You know exactly what you're doing. This is a type of violence. So when we use our type of violence, I don't think it's fair for us to be looked down on. And the point I was trying to make, I think violence is one of the strongest communication tools. But there's other ways to make them scared. He's scared from that NBA player pulling out. because a lot of times they're scared to take us back to J.Cole because I got bars. They actually more scared of the fall off than anything.
Yes.
So to be honest, snatching that clout that they think they're providing, but we're actually providing, is something else to be scared of, if not smashing their ears together. So
yeah, because they can only be canceled by their audience. That's the whole concept of cancel culture. Like, you're not canceled by your enemies. You're canceled by the people who pay those subscriptions and tune in. And Adin is such a talentless idiot that he actually has to just go based off of whatever the chat gives him or whatever like cool black person is next to him. Like, without those two things, he's absolutely nothing in this world. And it's so interesting that he pulled, you know, he's like, I'm gonna pull the card. He peddles in anti-Semitism as a Jewish man. And so he doesn't actually care about that. You know, he weaponizes that. He actually went back and forth with Dave Portnoy about that, about, you know, teaching non-Jewish people how to do anti-Semitic jokes and stuff like that. Like, he pimps out his own culture and his own community. So of course he expects us to do that too. It's ridiculous that we even have to pay attention to anything that he has to say. And the fact that one of our biggest celebrities and artists, Drake, in the space co-signed him, was doing Drizmas and was saying hip hop is weird on his stream and stuff. He's making that normal and that cool. It's again, it's not just a quirked up white boy saying the N-word. This is a man with a nefarious platform that Drake co-signed as well. So I mean, if that keeps going, what's his incentive to stop?
All of this stems from that though, from this beef, and it's like,
yeah,
like just watching, like, so even like the beginning of me getting into it with Adin Ross, you know what I'm saying? My homie Smack had gotten into it with him. It was over the beef. You know what I'm saying? He said, hey, you banned from LA. It is what it is, right? And Adin gets online and he says, like, oh, I'm gonna come, I'm gonna do this. He actually says he was gonna slap my friend. And he said, I got security with me, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna do this and do that. And I said, hey, B, security gets shot every day, B. I'm saying it like a cautionary tale. He took that as, oh, you threatening my life, so I'm going to sue you. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And his manager at the time, when he was going off on me, was just like, hey, that's you know, that's a guy from out here. Like, somebody, be quiet. And literally you can see the interaction. He's like, wait, you know that guy? You got a shitty friend. Like, you feel me? And then the people behind him let him know. Same way with G. They're like, hey, G he's a guy, like, bro, he's not one of them ones that you should play around with. He means what he's saying, stuff like that. And then, yeah, like, just watching that and seeing that, it's literally the same shit with G is the same shit that happened with me. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen with somebody else when it comes down how our culture talks to somebody like that.
Hands. I've been telling AD and Pun, and I ain't been enough hands, bro. We got to get back to simple hands. Simple hands, bro. A lot of these problems would be fixed if AD let dudes get hands. And he hate to admit I'm right. He be like, man, fuck.
Right.
And I know deep down he be like, he take glasses is right. I should let this motherfucker get it right. Because if motherfuckers Kass would have gotten to some fights, then they would earn the right to say, at least earn the right to say the shit you saying. They ain't even earned it. It's like, I didn't even know that shit was over Smack because I never heard of this motherfucker.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. Somebody else told me that, like, he connected to Drake. I'm like, who the fuck knows that? Why the fuck would Drake know him? You know what I mean? So again, it's one of those things where all of this stuff is kind of, again, it's using, it's
that was a rhetorical question,
right? To hip hop, and now we hit right here, and I'm like, hold up, bro, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean? They telling me like
it all stems from that. It all stems from the Kendrick and Drake beef. All of this shit is still going, and it's just trickling down, and it's
that
like
triple reasons for
because Doechii did not even say his name. Doechii did not say his name not one time. She did not name check him. He literally came out and almost tried to like in a weird way like get clout off of her moment, like because we're just sitting up here talking about him. You know, like she did not say that. It was a bunch of people that were playing into the industry plant conversations. It was a bunch of people saying like, trying to act like her whole process wasn't documented online. And now we're sitting up here talking about Adin and he's, you know, shouting out Joe Budden and you and all this stuff. It's just like, this is just degeneracy.
You know what? I agree, BK. I think that's what's so crazy about this reverse thing. And you'll see this a lot of times with racist shit. You do something and then you try to play the victim. You saying like where it's like, oh, people are clout chasing by saying your name, Adin. No, Adin, you are clout chasing. You don't know that Doechii was talking about you. That page that first posted it that was like she seemingly was talking about Adin, he got connection to that page. The idea that Complex used your picture and I know that Top Dog is the reason why Complex used it, that's an assumption. You are actually clout chasing off of Doechii. Her song was doing well. You needed something to talk about, so you latched on to it almost like that white stream sniper dude, White Speed. Have y'all seen him? Because I like Speed. It's like this white dude that's following Speed
his name
around.
White Speed?
His name is White Speed.
I ain't heard of him yet. You didn't put me on game about somebody else now.
There's a dude named White Speed who follows Speed. I love Speed, by the way. That's the only streamer I know that I like. He follows Speed around to pop up in his stream. That's his shtick. He wants to become known off of, you guys know Speed so much, and I'm just gonna follow him around and pop up in his stream. Like, you're actually clout chasing, Adin. And so the idea of then turning it around like, oh, they clout chasing off you, they want you to say their name. Adin, we don't know you. I'm gonna be honest. You don't never pop up on my album. I don't know him.
Like, that's what I'm like. Who are you, the man in like middle America in some suburban mall? Nigga, you're not the man, fool. Like, that's the thing. That shit killing me. Like, nigga, you're clout chasing me. Nigga, I don't know you. Who are you? Come where we from. Come see. If we go to any mall, they probably gonna rob you. You gonna need, like, you not clout.
Well,
like, you got some money. You got some popularity amongst them kids. You're not clout. That's not real. I'm clout. And I've been saying this for years. I've been telling hip hop, Elle, I've been telling Elle in them years, Justin, BK, OG, AD. I've been telling Elle for years. They are trying to convince us that they are clout. Like, they tried to convince me this motherfucker carrying hip hop. Bitch, we carried him. Who the fuck would this motherfucker be without us in this? If he wasn't talking like us, if he didn't braid his hair to the back, if he wasn't doing what we do, who the fuck would he be? He'd be that little kid in a wheelchair. Who would that little boy be? He'd be somebody smelling people's seats. Bro, stop playing. Y'all not like that. And that's the truth, dog. And I'm it's furious because I'm trying to get hip hop to understand this for the last 6 or 7 years. Kass, I took 8 years of my life, big dog, and learned hip hop. 2011, 2019. Not just the version of it that I experienced growing up, but to really understand what was happening. And I remember trying to apply to people. I'm saying, oh no, this is some shit. This is special. And since 2019 coming forward, I have been telling niggas, hey, bro, everybody's using us. We are the belle of the ball. All these niggas look like us. Even when I first said the shit about Homie, I'm like, bro, he's not hip hop, bro. He's emulating our cultures. He's a fantastic rapper. One of the best record makers I ever heard. Fantastic. But again, you don't got no clout. Nigga, it's Stunner and Slim and Jay Prince and Jazz. That's clout. That's real. Jay can come here and niggas will be like, man, Jay, what you need? You know, it's Jay fucking Prince. And that's your Jazz. I would stop somebody because I love Jay Prince so much. Like, that's how much clout they have. Stunner Man, Slim, Lil Wayne, that's clout. Niggas, we fuck with them. Bro, you don't got no clout. You don't have no clout. You got some money and you better pay everywhere you go. Like, you paid that 100, it don't stop. You're going to keep paying because you don't got clout. Clout, you don't got to pay. Clout, you can press your line. You got to pay, boy. It's a mission.
I want to give just one quick thing. I want to pivot this conversation. I think it's still in the same universe because this comment right here on the screen really resonates with me. All this racism doesn't stem from the beef. Excuse me. Don't rationalize racism. I think this is where it is. And I think that, again, we're looking at this example of Adin clout chasing off of Doechii, clout chasing off of G, clout chasing off of all of us. And I'm sorry. I looked at this Nicki Minaj thing, and I've seen a long pattern of this now. Celebrities, whoever, in my opinion, someone who needs to get someone out of jail or needs to get out of jail themselves or get out of debt, they align themselves with this administration. But we definitely saw Nicki Minaj at the Turning Point USA event yoking it up with Erica Kirk. And the reaction to this has been amazing to me, right? Because Nicki's audience has stemmed people all over the world, a lot of LGBTQ plus people in her community, a lot of people from, a lot of Black people, a lot of white people, just international audiences. And now I'm seeing a GoFundMe to try to get her deported. I'm seeing a blowback from her community simply for all the things that she was advocating for, and particularly the things that she was saying that were anti-trans community, which is a core part of our audience, right? On that level, a level higher, we still see people doing these types of things. So I agree with this comment here. It says all this racism doesn't stem from the beef, don't rationalize it. But in my mind, and when I look at this, all of this is in the same universe. What do you guys think about the situation that's happened with Nicki Minaj, for example, or at least where she is, and what do you think about celebrities in general that you have seen now align themselves with at least the most fascistic government that we've seen in our lifetimes?
Malcolm,
real quick, Ras, your new project, Leprosy Face and Fafo, both of them lean heavily into conversations like this.
Yeah, definitely. I would just say that Malcolm X said, first of all, and I forgot, he was talking about like Lena Horne and blah, 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 blah. And he said, there's no other community that puts their musicians as their leaders. And unfortunately, that's kind of all we've had sometimes because they get the murking, get the killing ours. But we tend to, this has always been my argument. When somebody gets on, right, like superstar status, that means like going pop means popular, which means a sanitized whitewash version of it. That's where pop came from. Jazz, rock and roll were first called nigger music until the Beatles, that's literally what they called it, nigger music, country western. They called it in with the hard R. When we get these people that win, I always said my argument was, why? Why do they get to go to the next level? Who's pushing that button? Same thing, algorithm, this magical thing. Who makes them go pop? Are they better? Are they funnier? You know what I'm saying? So she is an indicator, and there's a lot of artists that let me down. I heard a lot of people talking MAGA, stupid rappers, stupid sisters, stupid niggas, especially stupid niggas with some money. Donald Trump and bro, they're not qualified. They're not that smart. And they're usually pliable and malleable, fucking useful idiots. And as soon as they get some money, they think they is down with master. Those is house niggas and it's field niggas. This is just popular, wealthy field niggas. They ain't got clout. I love how Glasses said that. We are the clout. Because the field is, we gonna burn this motherfucker down, ultimately. Whether that's symbolic or that's literal. These house niggas is trying to save master shit. They're going to go, you know what I'm saying? They're going to go get him a glass of water. They're going to throw themselves in the fire so he can walk on their back to get out. She's a disappointment. But if that's how she feel, at least we know. You know what I'm saying? And if you think it's okay, no disrespect. I don't know nobody personal shit. I wasn't there, but whatever the allegations or why somebody in prison or whatever. If they got you on paperwork, that's usually pretty bad. So fuck what you want. Them motherfuckers should sit where the fuck they supposed to sit if niggas is doing shit like that, because really, I go in the pen, you know what I'm saying? You do certain shit and that don't play well. So whatever she wants, fuck what she want. She has gotten a lot of money, but there's other coons out there and we need to stop supporting these coons and support some real people. I don't give a fuck in what it is they do. If the nigga run fast and he's a coon, go support the second person that ain't no fucking coon. Stop supporting these fucking coons or you're going to get coon results.
1 second applause.
I land on that.
I mean, that's actually a good point. I mean, and this is along with everyone else. I'd love to hear you guys' response on this. Let's say the rumors that she did that because she's trying to help out her husband and her brother who have weird cases, right? Let's say that that's the reason why. Does that soften her decision to support any of this, in any of y'all's opinion? Open floor.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I have heard that depending on the type of case it is, he can't even really do too much with it. I think this is like really her mask off moment, and connecting this to the whole Adin thing. If Drake associates with the new MAGA through Adin and the new media, like the Nelk boys who are connected with Trump, who did an interview with BB Netanyahu. If there's a soft way of doing that, the way Drake is doing it, XQC, all these people he's associating with, Nicki just did it in the most clear, full frontal, mask off way. She was at America Fest, giving full on Kirk to Erica Kirk in that moment, talking about Trump being handsome and dashing and how JD Vance is an assassin. And then she forgot she was sitting across from the woman whose husband was assassinated. Just not that bright. I think that, again, just peddling the same low hanging fruit, white supremacist talking points, grifting to the right is really lucrative. It really is. When you just start touting what the white man wants to hear, it's a payday. And Razzcast was talking earlier about how like these white men making these algorithms, we can't ignore big tech, the big tech of it all. Her stuff gets base boosted once it's to the right. And so I don't know. I don't know if it's she just is fiending for clout, if she's fiending for a payday, if she wants to grift to the right, or if it's a mix of all these things and these are truly held beliefs she has. She's a clown. And the fact that she laundered her image, like the ambassador to the UN was like, you know, thank you for essentially laundering your massive platform to manufacture consent for us to bomb Nigeria on Christmas Day. Like that actually happened. And so we can't minimize what the cultural cachet that our Black artists are lending, whether that's, you know, performing at the Crypto Bowl or the inauguration and saying, I recognize and respect the office. It's like, bruh, this is a fascist regime. This is an authoritarian regime. They're getting rid of due process. That's not just for undocumented people. That's for us too. Like, absolutely. So I think any attempt of sanitizing and normalizing this regime, it's deplorable.
It was one of my analogies when I was doing the stream, and I was saying, like, my only fear is with Nicki in this situation is this started over the fact that Christians were being attacked in Nigeria. That's her point for just being Christian. But then when I heard her talking to the lady and the lady started talking to her about faith, it just did not have anything. So, like, if you're a real Christian, you know what? And you heard that, I get it. I kept saying, like, bro, you cannot lie like you're an astronaut and then take your ass into the rocket while the world, they're broadcasting to the world. And you up in this motherfucker just pressing buttons. You don't even know what the fuck you doing. And we watching, the boosters is coming on and the rocket not moving and that's what it looked like. Because I gave her the benefit of that. I'm like, you know what? Maybe you that type of Christian. I didn't know. I remember seeing her. I didn't, get, and it's not fair to say you don't get godly women, but I'm just saying I didn't get that. So it was like, you up in this motherfucking cockpit of this rocket and shit and the whole world watching you up here. NASA niggas is back there and you just pressing buttons and shit talking. And I'm looking like you didn't assassin to this lady, her husband. And I'm like, you don't know, you're not an astronaut. Why did you lie? At least pull out before you get to the fucking broadcast. I got something, I'm sick. Why would you go there and not have it? You know what I'm saying? Like, why finish? You know what I mean? AD, like, don't get up there in the rocket and be pressing the fucking buttons. Because now we all looking at you. Because we already didn't believe you was a rocket. We like, man, you ain't no astronaut. Why is you lying to this lady about Christianity? And then she asking you, and you like, well, my grandmother, and you just pushing buttons and shit, and it don't make no sense. And you saying shit, and you count down shit. You didn't burn the ground. Shit ain't moving. I'm like, bro, get out of the rocket. And she got in the fucking rocket. And it just looked crazy. And that be my thing. Like, know when to just get out of the lie. You know this much.
Can I just add one thing? You gotta remember, the right is low intelligence anyway. And all they need is a couple of brown ones, whether that is Muslims for Trump or Latinos for Trump or Kundis Jones for Trump, whoever you are. They only need a couple, especially if you're highly influential. So they can say, see, look, and then they can always hide. And I just want to address this really quick, Glasses. White Christians who are nowhere close to Christians all they have done is murder in the name of Jesus Christ, and there are no J's in Hebrew. White American Christians have never been Christians. Those missionaries went to Africa and started doing all that persecuting and riling people up. So there's no excuse for Trump to be bombing Nigeria to protect. And they even said the village he bombed. That's not what was going on anyway. These are excuses they make to motherfucking murder us. And then I'm just saying that specific one, that situation. But I'm saying they're low information. Think about MAGA. Think about Trump. He's a fucking idiot. He's a prime example of a spoiled white kid.
Don't you take your ass up there and do that shit?
Of course, she's low information.
Don't do that because it looked crazy. Like it's okay. White ignorant people work. You make us look bad. That's what's wrong. Now we like, you got us up there looking fucking crazy. Why the fuck would you take your ass up there? You don't know the first thing about Christianity. Look, I'm not talking. I can't even get to the depth of what's happening because I'm uninformed. But I do know some shit about Christianity.
Right.
So if I would have been up there, I'd at least been able to say, hey, you know what? I know this about Christian. You up there just looking fucking crazy. You didn't call this old man handsome. This man got this fucked up tan and shit and hair. And you didn't call this lady assassin and this lady. And she asking you about your faith and you don't have nothing to say because you ain't got no business in that fucking rocket. That's my problem. No matter where the rocket was going, you should have not took your ass up in there. And that's my problem. Like I gave her the benefit of the doubt. BK, I was like, you know what? I didn't know Nicki was a Christian like that. Damn, that is interesting. I had no fucking idea. And then when you got up there and I watched it, I was like, well, I don't know who this lady is. I know her husband got killed. And so I'm like, I'm listening to you talking. I'm like, motherfucker, you got us up here looking like this in front of all these white people?
No, she literally said black women are making white.
Oh my God.
Black women are making blonde hair, blue white women feel bad about their identity.
And I'm looking like,
that was crazy.
You went up in this motherfucking embarrass us like that. You don't even. Why the fuck would you take your ass up there? Why did you take your ass up there?
Algorithm,
slide,
the bag,
fuck the money.
Get hubby up out of there.
Do that.
She's trying to get them pardons, bro.
Help her brother out.
She's trying to get them pardons, bro.
That's what she did.
I would say this. G said something about academics, and that shit stuck with me when he said, "I think Ack is OJ." I think it's the same shit. People think they're above the program.
Hey, like I'm by myself.
But
she up in that motherfucker pressing buttons and shit. And that was the thing. I was like, I know you didn't just shit on the sisters in front of all these white people.
Absolutely did.
Like, what the fuck is, and that's my point. Like, we don't protect hip hop enough, bro. And it's so much the upside down. It's so much the vessel to the main world. And Post Malone took the upside down to the mainstream. Took it to Hawkins. Absolutely. Post Malone did. You know how many people took the upside down to Hawkins? All them motherfuckers from the abyss. All these raggedy motherfuckers from the abyss took hip hop, took the upside down to Hawkins. Now this motherfucker trying to crash the whole planet into fucking Hawkins. Dude, eventually somebody fucking in hip hop, like it got. That's what I'm saying. They've been lying so fucking much for so long, and it's so frustrating because it's like it just happened to me. I was like, oh shit, this is special. And then I look around and I'm like, the motherfucking planet is this close. And I'm like, hey, what the fuck? Stop this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And then I saw that shit became that. Well, you know, white women beauty standard. You know, I don't have to put. I know you did not go up here in front of all these white people and make us look like that shit. I know you didn't go up here in front of all these fucking white people and make us fucking look like that.
Elle, you have something you want to say?
Yeah, I think y'all might disagree with me. Everybody brace yourself. I think sometimes people are just wrong. And I think Nicki Minaj is just incorrect. Like, a lot of times people talk about white supremacist ideals and they act like only white people have white supremacist ideals. But people of all races, creeds get indoctrinated with white supremacist ideas and start acting like black people have a victim mentality and all of this. I think Nicki Minaj has a persecution complex. She feels like she's done this great, amazing thing for hip hop and she held it on her back. And she is not honored enough. She should have been able to do all of the bullshit that she did and still be exalted to this super high level and get whatever she wants from whatever company, whatever group of people. And she did not get that. And because of that, she feels like, oh, I need to go somewhere with people who will value me because my community or the people who supposed to have my back don't have my back. And I think she is just plainly just wrong. And I think sometimes it gets presented like people are so evil and they have these dirty intentions and this and that. But a lot of times, believe it or not, people can just be uninformed about history. Obviously, Christianity, because she definitely didn't know what the fuck she was talking about.
Man, that shit look crazy.
Beauty standards. She is just wrong. And I think she has a hard time listening and learning because of her previous success. I think it is insane to attack the LGBTQ community in any way, shape, or form, because anybody who has eyes can see who her main supporters have always been. So I'm just interested to see how she falls. I do not think they can raise a GoFundMe to get her deported.
No.
I think she went and hid behind
But
Trump's
tokens get spent. So
I mean, you look, Trump is you can buy Trump. Trump will all it takes is the wrong enemy to have enough money.
She ain't got enough money. It's gonna take some real money to buy that.
Somebody else buy Trump.
All it takes is for Nicki Minaj to have the wrong enemy with enough money.
Right.
And I think she got a couple of them.
He's a very transactional guy.
Who could get
Trump is
together.
transactional.
But you know what's funny? He take money and popularity or real money, and ain't nobody got enough money. That lady, that shit look crazy. And Elle is probably right. Like, it was like, bro, you can't just be like that. Like, imagine you go to like a math league contest with like an elementary school math grade. Like you at a math league, like a mathletics, and it's just mathletes here, trigonometry, calculus, and you know elementary. And you didn't finesse your way all the way up there. Don't go through the contest.
She got designer chalk. Let me pull out my Fendi chalk.
Exactly. And you jazz handing up there. You jazz handing this shit. You got the jazz fingers and shit. Bro, get out of there. No, get out of there.
We have about 15. Well, we're running up on the end of the normal session. Well, we usually have conversation for 2 hours, then we'll pivot to questions. But there's one more topic I do want to touch on briefly here. And the other topic that I wanted to talk about was the state of street rap, right? And we have incredible MCs on this panel right here. We have incredible minds who really look at all of the nuances that comes with hip hop culture, but also within the music itself. And one of the trend lines of last year was seeing some street artists who have been extremely successful. You see Young Thug, you see 21 Savage, you see a number of artists who just didn't seem to hit the same way that normally people expect them to. And a lot of conversations coming out of some of these camps has been like, oh, well, this is just a bad year for street rap. Oh, well, maybe, what happened to the streets, or, fuck the streets, or whatever it is. Now, regardless of whether that is a micro or a macro, I do think this is a very interesting time for street rap where, and we're in a space where I haven't seen street rap necessarily be here in a very long time. Open floor. Do you guys have any thoughts on where street rap is right now, and is all that stuff just overblown?
I just think that overall it's just hypocrisy. You know what I'm saying? People picking and choosing what they want to allow. Like, I literally seen 21 Savage on the interview say, like, if my brother snitched, I would never talk to him again. And then the same sentiment say, oh, well, we look past the shit with Gunna. So it's a popularity contest. If he, you know what I'm saying? Everybody else got to stick to the rules, but if he do it, then, hey, no, he cool because he got an influence and money and shit like that too. And it's like, no, I just feel like a lot of people now are just calling people out for what it is. It's like, we don't get to make the rules. Like, if you stick to the street code, if you tell, that's an automatic no. We don't fuck with you no more. It's always been that way. So it's like, it ain't no picking and choosing when it comes to that. And if your brand is street music, you can't say fuck the streets. I'm sorry. And if so, your next album, that shit better sound like Kids Bop or gospel or something. Right? I'm just saying.
I mean, that's pretty much the only thing left for Young Thug to really rap about. The court said he can't talk about his normal thing. Might as well go Kids. I mean, he's got a Kids Bop friendly voice and octave. What do you think, Ras?
Honestly, I don't know what street rap is at this point. You know what I'm saying? I've never listened to a Young Thug song, so no disrespect. That's not my frequency. When I think of some street rap, there's a couple of drill records and certain people, I'll be like, I get it, and then I'm up and whatever. I like the Chef Boy record. That shit fire. That's street shit to me, or some bass shit. You know what I'm saying? Mozzie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand Young Boy street shit, to be perfectly honest. So, what was selling, I haven't been able to pick a winner out of it. The frequency is too high, and I would just say that things are cyclical. There's always an opportunity, and I think it seems to me that fuckery has run its course. This type of fuckery, it's just not interesting anymore. I mean, it's kind of that tempo, that frequency, that confusion. I don't know. I'm sad, but I want to kill you, but I want to sniff all the coke, but I kind of want to sell it. But then these niggas is super confused. That's just a weird game place to be. You know what I'm saying? My Draco, but then maybe I might shoot my friend. I might shoot I don't know. This shit's weird. So that thing seems to, even for young people, and I'm I have the opportunity to travel this world. You know what I'm saying? Not as much as some other artists, but I'm going to concerts and from London to been in Africa where motherfuckers, Australia, motherfuckers is like 21 going to Far Side shows. They're rediscovering like dope shit. Tribe Called Quest. Some of this shit is just. I remember one white girl in Australia a couple of years ago. She was just like, "Dude, I was in Australia, and I'll get off of it real quick. Let me land. I walked to the club with the people that brought me out there, and they was playing motherfucking Sugar Free, and I was just like, what? This is the best surprise ever. Like the popping club, they was on Sugar Free, not on whatever." Little Young so-and-so. I don't want to name them niggas because I don't know their names. But I'm just saying, like, I'm going to Europe and they're playing dope hip-hop because I always say, like, I wasn't around with James Brown or, you know what I'm saying, Marvin Gaye was talking about Let's Get It On. It just resonated because the shit dope. You know what I'm saying? So some of this shit trash and maybe it's run its course. You know what I'm saying? And I got a dog in the race. I'd be remiss. Nigga, Coast Contra. We got young niggas with bars out here. What the fuck we gonna be on some other whack shit?
1 second applause.
Absolutely.
I don't think it's street. I don't think it's street to care about numbers. Again, probably something that people gonna disagree with. I also think that street gets categorized as gangster rap or crime rap. I don't even want to. Crime rap sounded crazy, but I think there's a lot of different characters. Rap. Yeah, I think there's a lot of different characters in the streets, and something has happened where it kind of got commercialized, where it's like, oh, if you ain't talking about sliding, then it ain't really street rap. There's rules to the streets. There's different characters in the streets. It's people who are the money niggas, they the drug niggas, they the hustlers, they the tech niggas, they the ones who figure out how to work hard. There's all these different characters in the streets, and I think anybody that's coming from there that's putting out a project is street rap to me. So to me, I think street rap is actually in a great place, and I think hip hop is actually going to emerge out of our current street rappers. But I know that this conversation is really more so about, hey, we love 21 Savage, but his numbers wasn't that good.
No, it's actually open. I mean, to your point, because while Rascass was talking, I mean, but the point of this panel, while Rascass was talking, is like, I consider Rascass a street rapper.
I swear to God, I was just thinking that. I'm like, I never thought of him. I didn't think him not. I thought he was a street rapper.
Yeah,
so when he's like, well,
I'm a backpacker. I'm a watch baby and a backpacker. I'm a watch baby and a backpacker. And a prison, and an ex-felon. I mean, shit, I do it all.
That's it was all those. I'm with Elle. Me and Elle talk about this all the time. I think they keep talking about fiend rap. Right. That's fiend rap. I'm not I'm not talking shit. I mean, legit fiend rap. Like, like YoungBoy. I remember YoungBoy. Like he was like 16 on YouTube. Like See, you can't listen to YoungBoy. Like, you had to see YoungBoy when he was like this 16-year-old kid, stressed out, smoking cigarettes and shit, rapping. And I'm like, is this little dude so I mean, he be just stressed out, be like, yeah. And Rod Wave, they be so stressed out, but they be high, so they vocalize the emotions in this weird way. And I think that's what people connect to, seeing the pain from them. But if you just listen, it don't necessarily make sense. But I think we're cornering one element of hip hop, right? This kind of very, I'm going to, do some drugs and then I'm going to bare my soul in this very unique way and people can see me. Because that's the biggest thing that changes, Justin. We could see them before we hear them. When I grew up, I heard Kass before I ever saw him. Most people, I heard Lupe before I ever saw him. I didn't see these people first. I heard them. So you focus on the emphasis of delivering whatever you was delivering through what I heard versus YoungBoy, I see him. Like I was just telling Pun, I was like, Pun, he don't really make good records. Like he's a cultural phenomenon. Like when I used to see him, I'd be so intrigued. Like, why is this little dude so stressed out? Like I saw Rod Wave put a story up, be like, yeah, this girl just broke my heart. This new album finna be fire. And I'm like, what the fuck is... So again, and then I saw him shaking a fan's hand. The fan tried to shake his hand. He didn't shake his hand. He had a bottle of lean in his pocket. And I'm like, he just, you know what I mean? People go through shit. And that's the era of kids. We're getting like this era of kids where they like fiends. And I think that's Thug is a fiend. They're like, you know what I mean? They like deal in pain, and then they get high, and then they go in there and they vocally do a bunch of crazy shit. And some of that shit be like, man, I felt that. You know what I mean? And I don't think...
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know that I'm against it, because to be honest, I think like when Thug first came out, it reminded me a lot of scatting.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if people remember the old school Yeah, but that was... Like, I think sometimes we get locked into hip hop. Like, Black people created a lot of different musical genres over time. So to me, I feel like Young Thug is encapsulating like the old school scat, which I think sometimes that rap came out of. So yeah, sometimes the shit is trash, but sometimes he hits that middle ground. Yeah, because Lifestyle's a fucking classic. I don't give a fuck.
I don't know what the fuck he talking about.
I would say this.
He making my own words up and shit. I'll be like, this shit fire.
I got a 16-year-old daughter. You know what I mean? And when I'm listening to what she's listening to, and just how the new age kids are right now, they don't have the same social skills that we have. Like, you know, a lot of the babies, my son is 6, like all the kids right now, they iPad kids and stuff like that, right? So it's like Rod Wave and the young boys. And I asked my daughter before, I'm like, you know, what got you into that? Why you like it? They're like, well, they're saying the things for them that they are not saying. And I tell older people, like, you can't call this shit trash if you don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I was listening to music coming up, older people was like, that's trash. Listen to some Teddy Pendergrass, like that's real music, like, you know what I mean? And as I got older, I understand. Yeah, for sure. I got older, and you know, when I was growing up, I'm 36 years old. You know what I'm saying? So
I can't believe somebody told you to listen to Teddy.
You know, I got older aunties and stuff like that. You feel me?
Listen to like Keith Sweat or something.
That too, though. Moms had me on Lauryn Hill, KC and JoJo, and the Maxwells, and 90s R&B. That was my love. To me, that's the best era of music when it comes down to general. But, you know, I understand when the hyphy movement came out, you know what I mean? And the jerk movement came out, and the older people was like, what the fuck is this? This is not music. But to us, it was like, hey, this is encapsulating who we are as teenagers right now. This is how we expressing ourselves. And I just feel like we older now, the younger people coming up, these are the people that they elected to be the voice for them. And then it's like, it's not necessarily trash, because to them, they treat YoungBoy like he's Michael Jackson. And my daughter plays so much, I fuck with a lot of the shit.
I don't think YoungBoy or Rod Wave is trash. And I think that's what Elle was saying. Like,
right.
I think it's only when you compare it to something else, but it was things in the 90s that I grew up with that you didn't compare to other things. Like, I didn't compare Sugar Free to Snoop Dogg. It just was different. I didn't compare Raz to I didn't compare Ras to Dr. Dre. It was just different. Like, yes, they do the same thing, but no, they don't do the same thing. So when I listen to some of these people, like I enjoy looking at YoungBoy when he doing this thing. Like, I'll be like, man, just such, I wasn't that stressed out at 16. You know what I mean? And to watch him just be stressed out and this little kid smoking his cigarette, I'm like, man, it got to be tough.
These kids now be feeling like that.
But that's because they
my younger, you know what I'm saying, counterparts, I'll be like, hey, why do you feel this way? They be like, I'm sad. I'll be like,
man,
you got everything that you want in the world. Like, why are you sad? Not to like downgrade how you feel, but it's like, damn, like,
and they be
some people had to.
They be so sad.
Hold on, Glasses.
Our parents was working 2 to 3 jobs, and you know what I mean, not getting no sleep. Sometimes barely not seeing us. You know what I mean. I'm with my grandma. Like, I'm not even looking at it like, damn, that shit is crazy. And it's like the kids now, they get everything. They have everything, and they're still sad. So the same way you feel like, why are you so sad? I don't know why the kids are sad. But apparently they appointed these people to tell us why they are so sad.
Wait, real quick, AD, I want to follow up on that. So when you ask your daughter that, what does she say? What does she communicate? Or she just says she doesn't know. That's just how she feels.
Just to give you a little personal thing, right? So like one day, my daughter's school called me, right? Mind you, I'm from Compton. My daughter lived with me until things started being successful for me. We moved to the Valley. You know what I'm saying? I took my daughter full time. She goes to high school. You know what I mean? Out here. So I'm thinking I'm doing everything the right way. I don't, whatever you need, whatever you want, daddy ain't never going to tell you no. You want it, you going to get it. I'm thinking I'm doing everything across the board. And I get a call from the school one day and they're like, yeah, we got to talk to you. Your daughter was saying some things that concern us. And I'm like, hold on. Like, what do you mean? Like, and just to hear like, oh yeah, she's having some challenges, not like with bullying or nothing like that, but just emotionally, and it got me to the point. At first I was just like, man, hold on, you like, is this a fad, like whatever this is? And then I was like, you know what, I never want to be that parent to where my if my daughter's actually going through something, I don't want her to feel like, you know what I'm saying, I'm not being sympathetic to how she feels and stuff like that too. So it really took me back. I had to sit back and I had to ask her questions and see what's going on. I had to explain to her, and then once I shared with her trials and tribulations and her, her uncles and stuff like that, we went through and stuff too. She kind of understood more. And, it's just the way that we connect now, it's always going to be a big disconnect, just because my pain at the time, I'm thinking my pain is everything. It ain't the same. You know what I mean? For her, she thinks her pain is everything. And we got to treat that delicately as well too. So when it comes to the music, and I listen to these guys like, Rod Waves, and like, mind you, my daughter, people was like, you crazy for doing it. She wanted an NBA YoungBoy birthday party. You know what I mean?
Fire.
So we got her a bunch of pillows with young boys at my house. Fire. You know what I'm saying? Backdrop of YoungBoy, just to show her like, hey, whatever you feel, you know what I mean? Like, we here for you, we support you, and this is what it's gonna be. So yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
1 second pause. I mean, I think it's really important to listen to what the kids are saying, but also feel what the kids are saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wanted to speak as a very suburban individual, but also like a resident Zoomer that oftentimes enjoy street rap. I think in terms of like, if we want to talk about Thug, 21, Lil Baby, even, I just think make better records. Like YoungBoy, we've been bringing up YoungBoy. He's kind of a different case because he didn't have a bunch of industry backing. So he has a cult-like following that he has a whole separate like media ecosystem via YouTube. Like, he only used to like drop on YouTube. And then like we've been following him through this whole saga. I'm from Louisiana. I was like in Baton Rouge, where he's from, the bottom in Baton Rouge. I was in college whenever he was popping. And so like my affinity towards him, me and my partner went to his show. We stood on our feet for like 2.5 hours. People were on top of the seats on their feet. That was also one of the first rap shows I've been to in the past couple years where like all of us were black and brown. It was like not really, versus like I went to the GNX show and I'm like, I'm right next to a white boy that's looking at me crazy for like rapping all the lyrics and stuff. So the community that he's been able to cultivate, that fandom is going to be there with him, period. I think he started to get on people's people's radar after he got off house arrest. He got the pardon from Trump and everything, and he went on this massive tour, which I spoke out against, like the icon, the USA flag on the imagery on the front. I didn't fuck with that. All the like Trump's good for the youngins, all hail Trump. Obviously do not agree with that. But he's making pain music, and he's making kind of emo music. He's been speaking about like his own, you know, God take me off the side of the road. Like, we do kind of have to listen to like why Gen Z would associate with such like anxious and depressed music. A lot of us are self-medicating. And I mean, think about it. We're like the first generation to be like statistically worse off than the generation before us, like in terms of home ownership, in terms of income, wage inequality. Like, it's not much. AI is taking our jobs. Like, it's not much for us to like look forward to. So when we're listening to this dark ass shit, I mean, that's kind of like our reality. But I think like when you think of like a Playboy Cardi who also has a cult like fandom, that's what it's gonna take. If you're making kind of the low, like just the vibes music, just the make better records and cultivate that super fandom. But I think basically what was getting Lil Baby, 21 and Thug over the line a couple years ago is not doing the same thing. And they seem to not have a cult like follow. I mean, they seem to all have attached themselves to like Drake. We talk about the third verse of Not Like Us and how like all those people kind of got shouted out, and they clung on to that thinking, you know, Drake is still the guy, or with stimulus package, whatever. And that didn't happen. And so I don't know, it's a lot of floppage going on. But in terms of like, I know somebody brought up the Pooh Shiesty record. He's talking about all gangsta shit, talking about he was sending hits off in jail. We still want to hear that shit. It just has to be good. Like, it just has to be good. So.
1 second applause.
What do you think of social media?
I was going, glasses, you took the word right out of my mouth. I'm like, this is the internet. Like, I'm thinking about the studies I've read about how short form content plays with your brain,
man,
and how that can increase anxiety. Because I'm gonna be honest, these kids ain't going through shit. I'm so I know I ain't supposed to say it,
but there are like structural issues that are happening.
It's their issue.
This ain't
shit for us.
My son ain't never had a fight. We was outside getting our ass whooped and whooping ass. We was getting chased by the police. We was like dealing with overt racism. Like, we was at schools where we had to watch the teachers. Like, these kids is going through, I wish I had an Essential hoodie and you won't buy me one.
But they're also being manipulated and exploited.
Like I'm not cool because I don't know. I know it's dismissive, but BK, fuck it. I'm just saying it out.
No, let BK. No, BK, say it. Say it, BK. Say what you finna say, BK. That's what it is.
I mean, that's fine. I think that's a real conversation that can be had. And also, we can't let big tech off the hook for exploiting our children's eyeballs and attention and data. Like, or just, I mean, literally when we talk about inflation doing this and wages staying the same, like some of these structural things that are impacting like the younger generation. But I do think, and then also like Bo Burnham said like some years ago, like if you had a choice between the back of your eyelids and an endless scroll, like what do you think a 13-year-old is going to pick? You know what I mean? And so we're it's the screens, it's the algorithms, it's all that, but it's like these larger, I think, kind of structural things that are weighing down, and kids are not able to fully articulate that. You know what I mean? And COVID fucked up the social skills and stuff like that. A lot of them were inside, you know, during these you know, key social. I was like in the classrooms with the elementary school kids, and they're like logging on. They don't even know how to log on, and we interacted online with the mask. I mean, it was a lot.
Listen,
so I think you know,
my daughter's school now, like her whole high school, I was like, "Do you have homework?" She's like, "We don't have homework.
We don't have."
I'm just like, they don't have any homework. You can make up any test. Like it's still mind blowing to me.
That's
on purpose. And if you look at like the Toy Story 5, right? They show a little teaser. The enemy of the toys is like an iPad. And when you really think about it, we're giving kids that instead of them using their imagination and playing with the toys. And that's kind of like, go ahead, G.
No, you killing. I was thinking about that, right? I was like, imagine you had a highlight. Like they lived their life watching highlights, fake highlights of other people's life.
Yep.
So they think that's the whole 48-minute game. Like you don't see a motherfucker
Right.
on Instagram like, man, look at this red notice. That ain't the poppin'est thing. Yeah, I don't know how to pay my bills. I remember growing up and not knowing people was poor. Like you didn't even know motherfuckers was poor. It was like everybody from watching, y'all just had the same thing. Maybe he got some Jordans, but y'all live right here next to each other. So it was all the same. Imagine being, now they know, they like, hold up, this motherfucker got an airplane. And that motherfucker lying. Shout out to that lying motherfucker. Because he don't got no fucking airplane. He did a deal with somebody and they let him use the plane and put his signature on it, but he lying saying he got an airplane. So imagine if you 22, like, man, I'm not doing nothing with my life. This motherfucker got an airplane. And I'm like trying to tell him, like,
and that's where the depression comes from.
Yes,
that's
now that I can understand.
That's
you
why
watching
there's
the
that.
fucking highlights of niggas' fake life. They taking pictures, they moving their head so you can see this car that they set in a stranger's car. It was a stranger's car. They moved their head so you can see the Rolls Royce. They got a Rolls Royce and I'm 22 and I don't have nothing. And then some little asshole rolling money across. He bought that from Amazon and they don't know. Then they're living their lives consuming the highlights. It's like if you watch ESPN Sports Center, bro, and you watch the little thing, it'd be like 6 slam dunks, a steal, a hard foul, a half fight, and all that. You back, man, that game was good. Go watch the rest of the 46 minutes.
Right.
And G,
go to a real basketball game. Hey, do you be sitting there that motherfucker like this?
And G, like you said, right? I asked my daughter that, you know, having our conversation, and she said, I feel like I ain't doing enough. And I said,
I swear to God.
Well, I said, well, what do you think a 16-year-old is supposed to do? I said, the only thing you're supposed to do is go to school, get good grades, and that's it. You don't have to do nothing else.
No, she's supposed to be a streamer that's got 100,000 stream people
and $1 million.
And $1 billion. Some asshole, and that's why I be tearing them motherfuckers down every chance I get. I tell the truth on niggas' money. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna fuck you call me a hater. I'm like, them niggas lying. I be telling them, hey, them niggas is lying. That deal ain't no fucking that much money. They fucking lying. I hate they fucking lying to y'all, but I'm gonna tell y'all the truth so you can stop looking at your own personal life thinking that they're telling you the truth. They're lying. They're lying. And that's why these little dudes be so miserable. These kids be miserable. They be like, think about Instagram. I've had Instagram. I had Twitter within the first month it came out. I had Instagram probably 2 months. Shout out to Jaleesa Scales. Jaleesa used to keep me up to date on all social medias. And I used to go, you know, Lisa, Justin, I was on Instagram. I remember Instagram used to be a regular app. You just scroll through, people just post a picture.
Yep.
Now that shit is a stack of money, 7 cars.
Right.
It's a bunch of people I know. I be like, man, that nigga lying. But if you 20 or 19 and AD, I feel so bad for your baby, bro. I swear to God, I gotta talk to her. I feel so bad for her because it's like she looking and they lying to her. They like, yeah, I got this and I'm 17 and all you got to do this. And so then they wake up every day like, I'm not doing nothing. Remember when it was 16, it was just getting a car. Like you just wanted a driver's license to get a bucket.
Yeah.
A bucket. You just wanted a bucket because if you can get from here to here, you don't even think about I remember I tried to get a job. My mom was like, why do you want a job? I'm like, Mama, because it's a summer job. She's like, nah. Like, and they feel like they supposed to be millionaires. I listened to a 22-year-old girl tell me, I don't got nothing going. I'm like, what should you have at 22? Like what? Because I'm trying to I'm thinking about 22, right? I'm like, I remember all of us at 22. I was selling Sherm at 22. You know what I mean? I'm like, you not doing none of this old crazy shit. So what are you supposed to have at 22? She was like, no, because I can have my own place. Your own place at 22. You know how much drugs I sold to get my own place? I was selling drugs to have my own place. I was ruining other people's life to get my own place. You supposed to just have your own place because you just exist. And it's the fucking shit, AD. It's the fucking social media. And they lying. Everybody got their fucking TikTok.
That's exactly what it is.
Going through it and they believe this shit is real.
And don't add the element about women. You see all of this, the fake, the Photoshop bodies, Photoshop faces, Photoshopped all of this, and it's like, damn, I'm fat. Like, girl, you wear a 16 and kids.
But then you also have like young girls getting like deep fake nudes being made of them by their classmates. Like, there's new threats to these young kids, and we're just not equipped to help them. I don't know, in this new landscape.
They don't know how to handle that. You know what I mean? Like G was saying, if you got your ass whooped, that taught you like, hey, let me not fuck up again. You know what I mean? And the severity of how AI is going now is scary because somebody can make something fake of one of our kids and put it out there, and everybody looking at them a certain type of way. And a lot of these kids they're gonna take their own lives because they don't know how to express their own and handle and cope and stuff. So
all this motherfucking fans been doing some bullshit, Justin. A motherfucker put me in a blue bikini, a blue bandana bikini.
Grok did it.
One of them assholes like Grok put him in a blue bandana, and I'm like, I look all right, like, but I'm
I look all right. So I look all right.
I'm like, I can laugh, but I can imagine 15-year-old, 16-year-old guy like to kill this motherfucker.
Yeah, I was reading a post by the guy. I think his name is Mosseri or something like that. The guy who runs Instagram now. They said what's gonna happen is the reverse is real media is gonna be tagged. So instead of them trying to tag AI, where we're going is like it's gonna be a little code in the back of when you take a picture on your phone or on other cameras where it's like it's gonna start being a tag of real media. And Instagram is starting to deprioritize. I don't know if it started already, but he said they're starting to deprioritize the perfect photo. So because they're like, to be honest, if the photo is too good, we kind of can't tell if it's AI.
Yeah.
So what they're going to do is they're going to switch it. So it's like actually shit that looks imperfect. We're going to start prioritizing that because this flood of AI is crazy.
I would say that too. It's crazy too because my mother, she kind of had a problem with it. So my son's mother had took my son to go take Christmas pictures. And in the picture, my son was looking away. He not looking at Santa and all that. And she went in and she used, they had her AI upload 6 or 7 photos of him smiling and looking and put that on the picture. The picture looks great, but that's where we're going right now. And my mom was like, nah, that's not real.
Tell moms she's psycho. Like, do not fix the picture, B. Like, and that's kind of what's wrong. Look,
I'll show y'all the picture too. It's a nice picture, but
stop fixing the pictures, bro. Leave the pictures messed up.
Promise no AI talk. I saw you in the comments.
Ooh.
Just somebody was like, "Don't start that."
I know, right. We're right here on the line.
I got you. Oh, that's a beautiful picture.
Yeah, beautiful.
No, but that's AI. He wasn't looking at Santa. He wasn't looking.
I need to show me the original picture. Show me the original picture.
Yeah, what's the regular?
Let me see if it's better because them pictures have more character.
Santa black. Wait, that's
but that, you know what it is?
It makes Santa black. Nice.
It makes Santa black. That'd be
unfortunately in the mall. They ain't got no black Santa out here.
AI, fix it again.
Hold on,
but,
I'm crying. Just no.
I like that.
I don't know. I thought he was.
This is like one of the original pictures.
That's
I like
better.
that picture though. That's dope.
I don't mind it. His mom wanted to do that.
Tell mama AD she missing character. Like, you know, parents, but I be about the parents. They need to show other people, and they don't want to look at my handsome grandson. Look at my handsome grand. No, you gotta remember you used to mess up your school picture.
Yeah.
Your parents want to kill you because they can't show nobody. Now they gotta be embarrassed to show somebody the picture. You didn't got a stain on your jacket, and they like, oh my God, you. But that used to be character, and I think this pursuit of perfection is ruining shit. And I get it. Like I said, I'm not talking shit about AI. It's the inevitable. It's coming, right? But I'm saying we really need to get back to just simply valuing regular things. I get it, and it's not going to be the biggest thing. It's not going to be the most popular thing. But that's what hip hop was too. It was the imperfect. It was the imperfect thing, and that's what made it so great. So I think that's what it is, BK. And I think you really own something with these kids being, you know what I mean, programmed to believe that they're not succeeding in life based off the highlights of somebody else uploading in the fucking social media world.
You gotta think about it. A lot of these streamers are younger and younger. These kids are gonna be the same age as them. So they're looking at them and saying, damn, I ain't got a Ferrari.
Right.
Like, my life sucks.
Yeah.
Imagine 16-year-old Kass and watch like, man, I don't got no Ferrari. You just wanted to get on the bus and go somewhere.
I think that's actually a great place to put a button on the official conversation. I'm about to switch over to respond to some of the comments here, some of the super chats here we have on the screen. Everybody's welcome to stay, of course. But I think this has been a fantastic panel. I think this is probably one of the best ones that we've done yet. And I think just the range of perspectives.
Thank you, guys.
It's awesome. 9-second applause to everybody.
I gotta get out, but I just want to thank everybody. Glasses, salute. You know what I'm saying? AD, Elle, BK. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
Justin, appreciate you. Man.
You got a comment real quick. This is from Slick Tom.
Nature the threat.
Nature of the threat.
Absolutely. I've been talking about this for 30 years now. This is my 30th anniversary for Solo on Ice.
Man, I was talking about that. I was trying. It's funny because I've been trying to get AD to put together a concert for you for that. That's funny you said that. I swear to God, I've been working on it.
He did say that too.
Let's build on it, man.
I've been working on it. I wanted to present it to you kind of set up, but I've been working on AD to try to get that to celebrate. That's funny you said that. I've been working on it since last year.
Man, 30th anniversary.
I'd love to.
I thought that would be so fire, bro.
Man, I would love to. And then keep me in the loop. You got my number, Glasses.
Yes, sir. No, I'm gonna put it together. Yes, sir.
All right, y'all be well, man. God bless.
All right, peace, bro. 1 second, please.
I will.
That album, that project, so important, man. So important. So long. I have it on my wall. It's incredible.
I've really been going back and forth with AD. I was telling AD, not just that AD, but I was telling AD from K-Day that work with Live Nation, like we need to really put together that concert. Like that would be a cool concert for
that'd be a moment. That'd be a moment for real. We got a comment here from Purified Storm. Been a big J.Cole fan since 2015. I think he surpassed K-Dot strictly in rapping skills after 2018 to 2024 features, 2021 freestyle, off-season album, and 2024 might delete later. Fall Off better be his To Pimp a Butterfly magnum opus masterpiece. Now, I mean, I think that this has to be a magnum opus just because of it's called The Fall Off. It can't fall off, right? But surpass Kendrick strictly in rapping skills. Do you guys agree with that?
No.
I mean, I don't.
Yeah. J.Cole
I think
his ass off though, but
yeah.
no.
I think
he can rap his ass off, but I feel like Dot is like
I think that feature run.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No,
I just think that feature run is overrated.
I would say like the class that Dot comes from, dealing with niggas like Absols and the Daylights and shit, like they're gonna dig deep, say double, triple, quadruple entendres that you'll probably not figure out until next year. But like, oh, that's what he meant and shit like that too. So it's a different level, but they're both great MCs. But I wouldn't put Cole over Dot. And
did I hear you say the feature run was overhyped?
Yeah.
You're tripping. You out your damn mind.
I think when you look at who he's rapping with, I think it just made it a little bit more shinier than it was outside of Benny.
That really is the knock against that feature run. His verses are incredible, but he's not rapping with super MCs. You know what I mean?
Why does that
no
matter?
disrespect. It does. Well, it matters because he's going to look better than maybe he really sounds if he's rapping against someone who's not rapping as good.
If you're getting graded by a novice, I'm listening to what he actually said. J. Cole during that feature run literally was giving like perfect verse, back to back. He did at least 5 in a row. I
think the run is incredible, but I do think who you're rapping with does play a role.
I mean, imagine like me playing basketball against like, shout out to all the rappers that put him on the feature. Let's just get that going right there. That's like me playing basketball against a bunch of 8th graders.
No,
I'm averaging 36, 9, and 8, and I'm bragging about that run of games.
I see where Elle's coming from, though. She's saying
I
see where Elle's coming from because if you take the verse out of the song, it's still a strong verse.
I think it's only that because who he's playing with on records. I think the Benny.
Are y'all saying Benny is a slouch?
I think Benny is the highlight. I think that's the one. But I think it starts in the 21 Savage, and I'm like, yeah, I would imagine you're gonna have a better verse than 21 Savage. You're fucking J. Cole.
Yeah, I guess that's the difference. I'm not looking at it like, do you have the best verse on this song? I'm looking at it like, is this verse outstanding?
But is it outstanding? Okay, is his first person shooter's verse outstanding?
No.
You'll start to notice that it's not as outstanding when you pair him with a rapper that's capable. Benny, don't get me wrong. The Benny one
verse is that strong.
Well, I'm sorry.
But-
What'd you say? I couldn't.
But it's the
G real
standard.
quick. G real quick. Hear what Elle said. What'd you say?
I think that was kind of a convenient answer because it's true that verse wasn't as strong as the Alive verse or the shit with Benny. But I don't think it's because Drake had a better verse. I think it just was. To be honest, that's a good point. That I think he might have went a little easy because Drake was there.
I don't know.
Honest.
Well, I mean, maybe
conspiracy theory.
He ejects out of rap battles, so maybe he just didn't want to actually show up and maybe test Drake because he'd have to actually rap harder. I don't know.
Maybe.
I think with Cole and Kendrick, it's kind of like what they say with Messi, where they say that like Ronaldo and like other soccer players are like the best humans, but then like Messi is just like a god, like so he's just kind of otherworldly. I think that's where K-Dot has to be.
I agree with that. 1 second applause. We got Ash LaBelle says, I don't blame Cole for backing out because he clearly knew it was going in the direction of talking about families and allegations, and he didn't want to go there with either of them. Respect.
Told y'all people
How the fuck would he know
there
that?
was so much leeway before.
No. How the fuck would he know that?
All right, let's give a hypothetical. Let's workshop this for a second. Right. Let's workshop this for a second. Provided, let's say, right before Dreamville or somewhere before his Dreamville apology, he got a call saying that, oh, yo, this battle's going to go in a different direction.
I heard that happen too.
Me too.
That's out there. So, depending on the nature and the detail of that call, who that call is with, or what was pointed out that might come up in this thing. Particularly, imagine if that call was like a threat. Like, let's say somebody hit him up, is like, yo, if you go in this battle with Dot, all that other stuff they know about you is going to be on the table. Do you want that out? Imagine. I'm not saying I have no reporting on none of this. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying, imagine, let's say you J.Cole, right before you go up to Dreamville Fest, you're about to go up there and flex, drop your Might Delete Later song, whatever it's called, do your thing. And you get a call and say, hey, dog, you sure you want to do this? You remember that other thing that nobody knows about? That nigga right there knows about that shit, though.
Yep.
Well, you got
you
something
sure you want to do
to
this?
take it, shut your ass up.
He's supposed to say, fuck a nigga, let's die. That's what he's supposed to say.
Or he should have thought about that before he made the song.
How do you know? So in your mind, before Kendrick drops anything, so before everybody else know, you know what, they finna start talking about each other's families. This is where they going. Who said that?
No one's saying that. I'm saying, but that's a possibility that we don't know.
He knew that possibility before which battle didn't go that in history of hip hop?
Which battle didn't do what?
Which battle
did not go into that situation? Families? Which battle in hip hop? Tupac told Biggie, I slept with your wife. I will kill your kids. You know that before you get in this shit. You know where this could go. That shit cap. You cannot know, but he clearly knew the direction he was talking about families and allegations. What the hell you talking? Of course they is. You saw the battle just happen where they told this man he got a son. And then that's how we all found out.
Yeah.
So you knew before you dropped one song, but now all of a sudden you need a fucking crystal ball. Come on with the bullshit. You don't need a crystal ball to see how battles could go. So he did not realize to himself, you know what? This battle could get dangerous. They could talk about my family. Nigga,
please.
Maybe he thought it was just gonna be bravado, like where it's just like, oh,
it ain't never been no bravado.
But you know what? I mean, I mean to cut you off, but 100%, right? I mean, if you listen to how J. Cole approached it, that's how he approached it.
Yeah,
he approached it on bravado.
Could never even be too like
that
type of shit. And then it's like,
if you look at battles, you look at battles like Bone Thugs and Harmony versus 3 6 Mafia. That one didn't go into all kinds of crazy family stuff. It was just a whole bunch of shit talking from 2 states away. You know what I mean? Like, there are examples. Now, at this magnitude, at this level, I don't think we've seen that. But
it also didn't start out like that, right? Was Euphoria and push-ups and all that shit so fucking vile and gutter? Like,
all we know is that there are rumors out there saying somebody told Cole to step down
at the Dreamville.
Everybody
depending on the nature of that call, this is where I can see where this
supposed to be at the.
Hold tight for a second. Depending on the nature of that call, I can see where this comment is coming from. To me, that's that one piece that I would love for him to talk about on the album. I'm sure he's not going to. That would put that into clarity. Otherwise, we're just over here talking. As AD was saying the other day, we just yapping. This isn't action. This is just yapping, right?
I think he got to talk about it.
I like that comment though. 1 second applause.
Me too.
I think clearly it's doing way too much.
Goddamn well. That is not how that shit. This is crazy.
We don't know. I mean, you got breaking news?
You can tell us.
Right.
You got breaking news? You gonna report on something?
So y'all thought Q was backstage, like, you know what, this battle gonna get dirty. You need to back up. And J. Cole, okay, do y'all remember?
It's not whether
y'all
we
remember,
thought. Hold tight. It's not whether we thought or not. Until that part's confirmed, none of us know. Are you about to confirm?
Bruh, let me tell you something. 7-minute drill came out April 5th.
Okay.
He apologized April 6th or 7th.
No.
He did not get a phone call. Nobody told him, hey, you know what? This battle finna get crazy. You know what? He was like, you know what? He didn't even say that. Why would y'all not take that man? You know what's funny? I actually had his whole speech at Dreamville in my phone. You lucky I deleted it, Justin, because I would read you the speech that he said. He vocalized why he decided to back out.
No,
he said he didn't feel it in his soul.
I'm with you on all that. Like, I'm with you on that. I'm trying to. What I'm saying is, we are in a position to where we have to take his word for it, and I'm fine with that. There's other people who talk about this conversation, this rumor about how this thing happened. I'm fine with that. Unless you're about to tell me something different, we still don't know this part in the middle. And I'm happy to leave it. I'm down to debate it, but not right now. Unless you want to break some news, I'm down with that.
It was only one day.
Bro, the fact that y'all trying to act like y'all don't remember this, and y'all so surprised that he needed anything to apologize. What's funny is that was the most J. Cole thing J. Cole ever did. That was hella J. Cole.
That's what I thought when I saw it. I was like,
confirmation. But it's not because he's this man of honor or he's this man of integrity. It's because he's notoriously good at starting shit and then deciding the shit is not worth starting.
Well,
notoriously. Like, you can't make him the moral standard of those guys, where it's like morally he's been the guy like, you know what, I'm not. Every one of his raps, he talking about how much better he is than niggas, dusting niggas off. And then now when it's come, it's like, you know what? I really don't want to battle. Like, come on, man. Nobody had to threaten him. It's as simple as him. He said it. He had a whole script about how it didn't feel good. He didn't feel it in his spirit. He said he went on that stage and was like, you know what? It didn't feel good in my spirit. Like when I dropped it, translation, I didn't like how people felt about it. Like, we don't have to make nothing else.
It's all hypothesis, and I guess we'll never know. But I appreciate your perspective on that. Shout out to Doomer253. I'm gonna move on to the next one quick. Big shout out to Doomer253. Says Jermaine gonna be playing the flute next to 3 Stacks.
Not too much on 3 Stacks.
If he walk with a stick, he ain't Andre 3K. 1 second applause. All right, we got this next one comes from Duckin Hauer. AD is Aiden's boy. You want to take that one?
I don't know Aiden or have like a personal relationship with him, so that's not possible.
Hey, the boy is so crazy.
That's funny though.
Word up. 1 second applause. I think that's going to clear a lot of things up for people too, because there's a lot of people who are thinking that you guys are tighter than it sounds like you guys really are.
Nah.
We got this next one comes from That Girl Shines. She says, I must say I'm loving the panel tonight. And a side note, I love the idea of BK and the company, man. You guys look great together. Thank you very much. That was nice. Next one comes from Michael Red. The next move and the movement is with all of us, not just Glasses.
I like that.
I like that.
Yeah, extending it to like the women, the non-celebrities in your life, the strangers, not just your niece, your mom, people that you know. Like, a woman shouldn't have to like associate or be anyone to you for them to be defended. So I agree with this.
1 second applause.
That's
next
funny.
one. Oh, sorry. What you say?
No, I was thinking that, but I was like, can I demand a 1 second applause?
No.
Okay.
No one can demand.
Hold on.
That's not a 1 second applause.
That's not a one. That's
definitely not a 1 second applause.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So, shout out to Bridget. I'm sorry, I'm reading it funny. Get to know. Glasses modeled the behavior that used to be standard in our culture. Somewhere along the way, it got diluted when everyone started trying to separate us. Our gratitude is well earned. I mean, how's it feel to hearing stuff like that, Glasses? I know you said in the beginning that you feel like you shouldn't hear this kind of stuff. It feels worse and worse.
It feels bad because it just feels like, how did I exist in this place that something that I grew up with is so normal to me become foreign? I mean, it's just that shit crazy. Thinking like, you know what I mean? Sisters don't, that shit just, man.
Word up. Next one comes from Rhonda Stewie. Shout out to Rhonda Stewie. 1 second applause. She says, thanks for these conversations. They open dialogue, and we may not all agree, but I appreciate everyone's opinions. Yeah, 1 second applause. Thank you, Rhonda. This one here comes from JMO47. We live on a planet with a lot of worlds. Bars. That one hit me too, Elle. That one hit me too, Elle.
Thank you.
1 second applause. Where'd that come from again? I think you
I made that up because I got bars because I'm really around.
Bars, nice.
You from Chicago? Word up.
Like,
Word up.
It just fluid.
I love that. That one. That is a T-shirt.
I'm a quote.
That's a fact, though. That's a fact. I'm not gonna go into it.
Give her 20% before you steal it.
That's a hella fact.
Do the work. Cash me out.
Next one says, women like Riri, Megan, and Halle had to watch the world laud their abusers. The dehumanization of Black women is so prevalent.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, you know, there was somebody in my chat that was like, I'm confused of like how these men have, you know, abuse allegations and then these big platforms. And I'm like, that's almost like the point. Like, doo-doo garbage blew up after the Halle pictures dropped. After the pictures dropped. He was the first person announced on Streamer University after the bruises and the chipped tooth. You know, people always still cape for Chris Brown acting like Rihanna was the only woman that he punched and put hands on. And we know what happened with Megan and Torrygate. So I don't know. Niggas is acting like this isn't just normal. The dehumanization of Black women is just, it's normal. It just is. So
I don't know. I think I ain't gonna probably say that about the Chris Brown. Chris got it really bad.
I mean, to this day, people don't bring up, you know, Karrueche, or they don't bring up like him stalking her, or like the millions of dollars he had to pay out to the woman that he raped. Like, there's plenty of cases after that. I think people say, oh, 09 was so long ago.
I didn't know about that one.
But when you say it's normal, BK, I just want to clarify. You mean like normal on the internet? Like you could do a thing and you could still be promoted in the world? Because I'm just not sure. This is back what I mean about these worlds. I don't know that that's normal.
No, like I think it is normalized under, if I could just like, word to bell hooks for this, you know, white supremacist capitalist patriarchy. Like when we're just talking about systems, and a system governed by men, and where Black people are on the bottom of the totem pole, at that intersection, you're going to find like 350,000 Black women lost their jobs this year. Like, we're systematically being, you know, degraded in this way. And I think it's normal on the internet, but I think the internet is a reflection of real life. These are all capitalism, white supremacy, racism, sexism. These are all systems that exist in the real fucking world that are just astroturfed online. Like, I mean, that are just, you know, base boosted into all hell online, like, in my view.
That should be a way bigger story too. I mean, the fact that 400,000
that's great.
People were lost from the federal, from unemployed last year is it's ridiculous. Like, people don't understand the impact that federal jobs have had on the Black community, because these are jobs that are protected by the Civil Rights Act. And so dismantling the Civil Rights Act and also firing Black people from government jobs, right? The fracture that does to the Black community is more significant than most people think, because we have a generation that's been able to rise through the ranks in these positions, doing much needed work throughout the federal government on multiple levels in multiple states, and who are in positions of power to actually help other people get jobs, help other people become, you know, employed and to do things for their community. 400,000?
I love that you brought this up.
That is crazy.
That's crazy. I love that you brought this up. I actually want to do a video on this. It kind of goes back to the narrative thing that we talked about. a lot of people didn't want to put a lot of emphasis on the effects that the removal of DEI had on Black people, because the number one beneficiary from DEI was white women. So it was like, hey, we don't want you to position us where it's like we're going to fight for DEI when y'all are using these kind of affirmative action DEI things to help everybody else but Black people. But I also know just from my own life that there's a lot of people who was making $250,000, $300,000, and they lost their jobs. And it's almost like a silent epidemic, and people act like, oh, well, you know, we'll be all right. But it's like, hold on, that's the member of the family who we use their house for to get together. Yep. When something go wrong, they the one that cash out. They might be the uppity auntie, but uppity auntie come through with her fur coat and bail niggas out of jail all the fucking time. Uppity auntie co-sign when somebody need an apartment and they credit fucked up.
What's that lady named? Max and Soul Food? What was her name?
Right.
Yes.
Right.
What was her name in Soul Food?
What'd you say?
What was the lady name in Soul Food? The uppity auntie?
Oh, the one who was like, I let the family in and the family. Fuck
that was second pause.
Vanessa Williams, I think it's her real name.
Yeah, whatever her character name was.
Yeah, people kind of discredit that, like, oh, fuck them, they the uppity person. Yeah, we all in her driveway though when it's time for us to do something. So I do think it's like a silent little epidemic of how much money was taken out of the Black community. So I think it's interesting to not, I'm gonna wrap it up real quick, but I think it's interesting to not want to fight too much for it, because in a way we're fighting for other people, non-Black people who kind of held on to the coattails of that. Still notice that, hey, we had a significant portion of our community lose resources. And then it's also that play of, hey, you was the uppity auntie acting like you was better than niggas, but Now what is you? Now that them white folks and turned their back on you and said they ain't gonna pay you. So do you still feel like you better than niggas? Because you can't really get another $300,000 job. So all of that is interesting. I'm gonna do a video on that.
Coming up on entertaining elements.
Bam, dab. Do people still dab?
The latest. We got this next comment here, comes from James Delso in 6344. Adin isn't the real problem, not a defense, but a low standard audience made him. If his audience stops showing up, he stops winning. And that's why I think, you know, the conversation on this panel, everything that Glasses was talking about, what happened with this NBA player, that is the action. That's why it is. Like, sometimes you gotta embarrass a motherfucker to do the right thing. Excuse my language. But you gotta do that shit.
There you go. Talking my shit, Justin.
That's all I have to do.
Let it come out.
A little spicy, just
let it come out.
You know, it's Wednesday night. You know, Wednesday's like the hot night. You know what I mean? Like, Wednesday's basically the weekend, if you think about it. I mean, Monday's terrible, but Tuesday is the hump day between Monday and Wednesday, right? Wednesday is basically industry night. That's when people go outside, you work in industry and stuff. Thursday might as well be the weekend, and Friday's the actual weekend. So, you know, Thursday's only really one bad day of the week.
I work for myself.
And that's Tuesday.
Wait, what's the bad day of the week?
Monday. That's the one you gotta get through. That's the one you gotta get your mind. You gotta get your mind right, and then everything is straight.
I like Mondays.
Of course,
second applause for AD like Mondays.
Always. That's a T-shirt. I like Mondays. The only
that's a good one.
2 shirts.
Hey, that's a niche group. You be like,
hey, no, shout out to the homies from Kingpin. So you come to LA, they got like the little hot bowling event. It's on Mondays. That's why I said that.
Of course, you like Monday because it's a social gathering.
Yep.
There was a couple of T-shirts. There was a couple of T-shirts in this conversation, though.
I know. If y'all gonna make T-shirts, make sure y'all go to my partners, my best friends, Big Printing, the largest Black on-screen printing embroidery company, and get them shirts popping. Fuck it, I'm dropping.
Hey, that's the drop.
Word up. This one comes from Maria Fenton. Says proximity to power can give the illusion to power while taking your power. SMH, Glasses, and Doechii are demonstrating the proper use of power.
That's fair.
Yeah. One second pause.
Yeah,
but I've been pouring. I've been telling Elle for years. I'm like, they get so mad that they cannot convince me that I am not the one. They be fucking mad, and I'll be like, who the fuck you just said the LO, nigga? Because I said it and it mean it. That's why you want to argue with me about it. I believe it.
Side note, I think that's why I'm enjoying this too, because Glasses really has been talking like this for years.
Oh yeah,
so I love that this virality is happening right now, where everybody like, yeah, shout out to Glasses, like, duh, y'all actually.
Yeah,
I love it.
This next one comes from You Know Who 97. It's a mistake to overly value that white folks see, what white folks see and think of us. Don't conflate us going back with each other with allowing people outside the community to talk wild to us and treat us like garbage. I think people got to understand that, because that's the thing that I hear all the time. Oh, black on black crimes. Oh, y'all say this thing. Oh, y'all say the N-word. Nah. That don't mean you can.
Exactly.
You know what
And
I mean?
I feel like this whole this is actually like probably the most underrated comment, or not. Like, I just hope people really like take this, like, when you're in a society, you know, with a history of colonialism and all that stuff, these white people embed like almost like a little white man on your shoulder, so that you like police yourself, like that you're always centering the white gaze, and you're always centering what's going to make them happy, and how can I be more respectable, how can I get money like them in a house like them, and you know what I mean? And it's just like, no, that is not for us. You know what I mean? And I agree. Don't use this whole, we be going back and forth, you know, Baddies is on Zeus Network, so of course the white man's gonna say no. That does not give nobody a pass to speak on our community, period, point blank.
Yeah, like, imagine you see me fighting with my sister and arguing, and now you feel like you come slap the shit out of my sister.
That's the thing. Like, Ta-Nehisi Coates broke it down really well one time. He was speaking on a panel, and someone was asking him about the N-word, right? This is right after Between the World and Me came out. And he says, you know, if I'm white, I could probably understand y'all wanting to say it. I mean, we created it. How come we can't say it? You know what I mean? But the thing is, my wife, her and her friends call each other bitch all the time. I never feel the need to participate. I never feel like I need to jump in.
You better not.
You know what I'm saying? That's what Ta-Nehisi Coates was saying. And that's, to me, that's the easiest thing. Just because y'all over there know each other, y'all be calling each other certain things, that doesn't compel me to feel like I want to participate in that way. I just don't have those reflexes. And I think everyone else should take that into consideration.
Just got to ask yourself, why do you want to participate? Why?
1 second, pause. This one comes from Just Be Yappin'. Wack literally called Glasses a clout chaser on behalf of Adin, and Adin went on his stream and repeated it, saying it's BS that will blow over in a month.
Did Wack call you a clout chaser?
That's crazy.
I'm sure he didn't.
It was on that team. It was the TMZ. It was the TMZ. What I think she's referring to is that when Wack was on, he was interviewed by TMZ. I think yesterday, maybe the day before. But I think yesterday. He didn't use the words. He didn't use the words clout.
You got to put names on them bullets.
Yeah, he didn't use the word. He didn't use the word clout chaser, but he did say that if you notice, Adin stopped talking about it, and now it's just the Crips talking because they need the views, they need the streams.
Did he say Crips or did he say street dudes and rappers?
Street dudes,
probably street dudes and rappers. There you go.
Yeah, I think he did.
And so that's kind of how it works. You know what I mean? Like, he's smart. He's gonna leave it. He's cunning. He's gonna leave it open. But Wack also told everybody, Glasses is my, you know, that's my homeboy, and I gotta watch what I say. Like, I'm gonna have his back. So it comes with all of those things, but he cannot give. The thing is, he still can't give permission to Adin. And that's the thing. Nobody can give permission to Adin because I'm going to take the permission from you. That's the difference. It's like, I heard him saying that, like, I'm gonna come to LA. Like, if you dance, I'm gonna show up to the dance. And none of that stuff really works. Like, and I think that, I can't get him to understand. Like, it's time he meet the Crips.
Wait, it's time you meet the Crips.
I think because the Crips kind of became such a lure for so long that people be like, the Crips is not like, the Crips. No, it's really the Crips. Like, and people call me like, it's Paru homies like, gee, blood, we with you, whatever you. It's like, so now we got to surround your place, and Wack is one of them. Like, he's not gonna be in front of them. Like, sure, right now it's cool. We proximity to money, but when we show up, it's like, oh yeah, I'm with them. Then so it's like you're gonna have to pay all these people or something crazy, and you can't pay me. So if you call me a name, you can't pay me. If you get me going, you can't pay me. That's the one thing that is hard for them to say. You can't pay me. No, you can't pay me. Yeah.
Elle, what's up?
Glass, I have a question for you. What did you think when you saw he about to donate 100,000 to black businesses. And then he turned around and said, well, I'm not going to donate it to just black businesses. It's not going to be just black businesses. It's not going to be just white businesses. Like, what was your thoughts? Because I just thought it was.
I didn't even see that.
Oh yeah, because he came right out playing whack video. Like,
I ain't just fuck with the niggas like that.
Black businesses. But one thing I thought was interesting is the things that he keep throwing at you, and it's like it's just hitting your arm and falling off. So first it was, you ain't shit because you ain't taking care of your kids. Why don't you go do something for your community?
He said Doechii won't have sex with him.
Right.
Won't have sex with you.
Oh, that's
I'm
out of pocket.
Right.
I'm gonna get the massage. Now I got money. Why don't you just do something for your community? Like, what are your thoughts on all of these very weak sauce? To me, this is like hot sauce that's not hot. Like, imagine going somewhere and you just like, give me some hot sauce, and somebody just like catch it. Like, what are your thoughts on all of these very weak sauce?
I'm watching it. It starts with the police to the massage to this to that, and I'm like, oh, you don't get it. We're fighting at 3 p.m. after school. It don't matter who you tell.
Meet me at the flagpole.
1 second pause.
We're fighting at 3 p.m. after school. I don't care what you say or do. This is going to happen. So just, and this is like he keep trying to figure out, like, well, I can give him 100,000. We're fighting at 3.
Right.
Soon as the bell ring. Soon as the bell ring, fool. Like, so you can keep doing it and he keep trying. It's like all you doing is just making me think to myself, you don't get it. You like you had it out and you just keep going. I swear it's just it's cute to me. I was like, oh, okay, this is gonna be perfect.
Yeah,
Word up. 1 second applause to that comment. Next one's from Anthony L. Kelly, aka Write This W9662. Glass Malone stepped into the middle of the noise and did something that's become rare in the algorithm age. He stood on principle, not clout chasing, no dog whistling, just a black man standing up for a black woman when it actually mattered. Yeah, I agree with that. 1 second applause.
Definitely wasn't no clout chaser. That's funny. I think I got all the clout. Nigga,
because you are the clout. We are the clout. That's another one of them. That's another t-shirt.
Think about it. He going pull up on the boulevard.
That's
Who gonna know him on Crenshaw every day he pull up on the boulevard? Who gonna know him? They gonna be like, hey, he didn't hear. Nobody gonna know you. If we walk in the mall next to each other in any mall in middle America, people gonna look at you and they gonna look at me and they gonna be like, I'm the reason they wouldn't even run up on you. Like, you are not the clout. And I'm tired of these dudes thinking they the clout. I'm tired of these dudes thinking they this. You not this. You did not carry hip-hop. We carry you. You can't carry us. You can't.
Word up. 1 second applause. This one comes from Bra Moore. It says, now think about how trans folks are literally the butt of every joke. Glasses. Empathy. Big shout out to the Last Dragon.
The butt of every joke? I did not know that.
Who say you didn't know that? Say it again.
Trans people are the butt of every joke?
I mean, if you watch Dave Chappelle's last few specials.
Yeah. Okay. That's his whole personality.
Dave jokes?
I think literally doing a lot of work in this sentence.
I mean, beyond the butt of every joke, just real structure. Like, I think Trump signed like 200 executive orders, and like 50 of them included banning like gender affirming care and things like that. There's a very clear attack on trans people. Fuck the jokes. I mean, it rhetorically, yeah, but structurally, policy wise as well. So
yeah, well, I can't comment for mainstream America. I'm saying I don't think I got no good trans jokes.
Well, 1 second applause for that. And maybe not have any, and maybe consider if you need any trans jokes.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think,
Maybe consider if you need them at all.
I'm just saying, if I had a good trans
ones,
joke, I got like a lot of black jokes. I don't got no good trans jokes.
There we go. That sounds better. 1 second applause to that one. Clarification. Big shout out to Shy Knows, man. Shy Knows is one of my favorite people on Twitter. Every time I go to some thread I might be interested in or some trending topic, she's right there. Her choice be fire. She says she's got a task for all of us. Search Adin Ross N-word, a pattern of disrespect. Look at that.
Man. He also was just telling another white man in Phase or Phase, whoever, formerly Phase, that was like, it's okay if you say the N-word off stream in a non-racist way with your friends. Right. Like it's just gotten to absurd levels.
1 second applause to Shy Nose. This next one is from Zone Fanfic. Certain people only voted for Obama to get past racism, like a bad cold. The same people endorsed the Daily Wire conveniently can't conceptualize racism, even though the Oxford definition is unequivocal. Yeah, I think that's.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. White people feel like they gave y'all one, like I gave y'all one, so we don't got to deal with this shit no more.
That's what they've been saying.
There is a certain group of people that feel like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they think they did.
Like, y'all got a president. Jesus, how much more you want?
Yep.
Finally, leave me alone.
Right. Maybe one that didn't miss slavery twice. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Can we get one that didn't miss slavery twice?
I
would like can I have a non-immigrant black president? That'd be nice.
Oh,
I feel like, I personally, and I'm not saying that to be
just getting
disrespectful.
spicy,
but what I mean by that is, I feel like a lot of this conversation, when it comes to all these things in America, is also includes the fact that America has always been championed as an immigrant nation. This is the land of the immigrants. The immigrants come here wherever they come from, whatever countries, whatever they look like, and they've built America. They've made America a great place. This is a place that has a Statue of Liberty that celebrates immigrants. I'm all for that. I ain't got no problem with immigrants. I just need people to remember that not everybody's an immigrant.
Yeah.
We're not all immigrants. Indigenous people aren't immigrants.
Yeah.
Descendants of the enslaved, no, we're not immigrants. And a lot of descendants of the enslaved are also indigenous people. So I look at it from that standpoint, and that's the standpoint that I'm coming from when I talk about Obama. I think Obamacare is great. He's the only president who actually did something or passed something that the regular person can access. Everyone else funnels things through corporations or tax breaks or whatever. Obamacare, with all of its flaws and problems, is gotten the healthcare conversation farther than it ever been. Whether people like it or not, he's the only one that did anything like that. Just so happens that he is, from Kenya. I ain't got no problem with Kenya. But
Social Security, we got Social Security is similar to that. I don't think he's from Kenya because his dad is from Kenya. I just think he played a better white president than any president.
Oh my God, y'all just going. Oh my God,
that's my thing. My thing is not
last.
Hold on,
4 minutes get this spicy, dog.
Yeah, this is crazy. My issue is not because I know the FBA thing, and he's a tether, and he's a descendant of immigrants. I know.
No, that's not the conversation I'm having.
No, I'm not saying it is the conversation. I know
and to be clear, when I'm talking about only thing who's done something for regular people, I'm talking about in our lifetime.
Almost want to
get. If you can name someone since Reagan, that'd be great.
Okay, cool. I understand that argument, and I do think it's some value in delineation because it's true when you start talking to them, it's like, oh, y'all don't know what's going on for real. Y'all don't know the history for real. And there's some sort of epigenetic, I think, soulful thing that's passed down. My issue is not that. My issue is the policies that he actually enacted, what he focused on, what he didn't focus on. If he would have had the same racial makeup and really came through smashing, I think people would still be like, this is our first black president. I think he came in and out white man, them white men. And that's why people kind of go to the idea of he ain't really black for real. But if he would have really did some black shit, I don't think people would say that. Just my opinion.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't expect any president to come in and really do some black shit. That's kind of my point, right?
Yeah.
When I think of Obama, I think about him from a lens of, in my lifetime, he has done more for regular people, which also includes black people, right? This is what you were talking about with DEI. We get so caught up in saying, oh, well, DEI helped all these other people. We can't talk about the fact that DEI actually helped our community as well. That's what I mean when I'm talking about Obama, right? And I'm also pointing out the fact that along with every other president we've ever had, he's also the descendants of people who are immigrants. And not to say that the immigrants is a problem, but not everybody is an immigrant, right? And I think that that conversation is lost in the overarching American narrative, because the American narrative is that this is a land for immigrants. This is land where immigrants are, and I think that's amazing. But there are people who are not immigrants, and I think that's okay to point out too.
Fact.
No, we're going to move on to the next one. We got to move through. We're moving on to the next one. I appreciate it, Elle. That was good. 1 second applause. Shout out to Zone Fanfic. A lingering undertone of the Spaniard invasion was the tradition Mayora la Raza, being embedded into Latin America during slavery and working its way into U.S. minority communities, which turned into the proximity to whiteness. Elle, you want to take this one?
A lingering undertone of the Spain invasion? No. Once we got to, I don't know what that is. Once we got to that part, it's like, I don't know what that is.
No.
What is that? What is mayo? I'll Google it. Don't play with me. It's 2026.
I mean, whenever I see LaRussell, I tend to think, you know, Mexican of some sort, but I'm not sure. I don't speak Spanish.
Oh, no. We can find out right now. What the hell is that? Do anybody on here know what that is?
I do, but I never seen nobody put that in front of it.
The mejora.
Yeah, I
But
think that means improve.
It sounds.
I
You know,
think that means improve, but I don't know nobody who said that.
It's
Oh,
funny.
it's a common phrase used in Latin American country, which means improve the race.
Yeah,
it implies that you should marry. Oh, I know this not about. To say. I know this not about to say what I think it say.
Oh my God.
I think it's about to say you're supposed to have children outside of your race to make it.
Yeah.
Having children with a white person else so that you'll have better looking kids.
Yeah,
I've never in my life heard
I
that.
didn't know
This
that.
is what they're saying. The Spaniard. That's what they're saying with the Spaniard invasion. I feel like left on like that European, that concept of whiteness, of minority communities trying to breed out the black and brown within their within their bloodline. I mean, that's just a symptom of colonialism. That's why it's like, I mean, we got to really analyze the system to really understand the full piece of it. But that proximity to whiteness is a sickness. It's a sickness.
Yeah.
True that.
Jeez, I never heard nobody say that.
I never heard of that. I'm about to go down a wormhole.
Right.
Oh,
this one says, shout out to Memphis Made 901. Shout out to AD Glasses and everybody on the stream tonight. Appreciate you.
Memphis Made, my guy, man.
Word up. This one's from Mr. Reed. We do need to stop saying B and the N word.
I had an epiphany today. I think I'm not going to say the B word. I don't
like in reference to women type shit.
Yeah. Period. I mean, I just don't think today I really realized that black women do have it. It's the possibility and consistency of having it harder. I kind of don't need to dogpile on them. Y'all, my
great takeaway. No, that's a great takeaway. No, I will say because I saw somebody's commentary that said you know, that was reacting to Adin calling Doechii a dirty bitch and said, well, you know, if the bitch is dirty, then, you know, when you mad at her, call her a dirty bitch. I'm like, wait a minute. Right. No. How about we don't do that? I don't know why that is such a common, I mean, I don't know, as a black woman that loves listening to hip hop, obviously I hear it all the time of like, bitch this, bitch that, my bitch, you know, this bitch, whatever. So, I mean, I think it is good to make a stance and just say, hey, this just isn't our word. This isn't our word.
I'll find something else.
I think that's cool. Like a lot of people keep saying ninja instead of nigga. That's the new thing. I would love to be that disciplined, but I'm still be saying it in my mind. So I just don't feel like.
See, I'm keeping the N word.
Same.
All the words are better than my vocabulary.
Yeah, I'll find some other words. I've been thinking about bringing back. I've been thinking about skeezer.
Skeezer was
some cooler words.
I've been saying cracker a lot though.
And that's my, you know, that's my go-to word.
They were like, why are you saying that? I said, well, if they fighting to say the N-word, then I'm gonna say cracker. Then I'm gonna make it popular.
Skeezer.
I think you know the thing with the N-word is like there isn't a comparable word for white people though, and that's like you could put cracker in there. You could put like there's isn't a word that hits like that. You know what I mean? Like I went through an experience. I didn't say nigga for like 15 years. I went 15 years. I removed it from my category for 15 years because what I noticed was, you like when like if I was in school, if I was at a place I was around mostly white people, I never heard the word at all, right? But if I said it, or me and let's say 2 or 3 black friends around a bunch of white friends, or just a couple of white friends, if we started saying it, then 1 or 2 would start slipping out over there. Right.
Really?
And then I had, 100%, like 100%. I mean, a lot of times I'm not saying that they're calling us that, right? But they start trying to test. They're like, yeah, that's right, my nigga, right? And then you have to let them know.
Never had that happen to me.
Right. Well, this has happened to me, right? So,
oh shit.
So I got to the point where I was like, I'm only hearing it if I'm hearing someone I'm with, or if I'm quoting a song and then they hear me say it. I'm only hearing it if they hear me say it, right? So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna stop saying it. And what I noticed over that period of time was I never heard the word after that, right? But the other thing that flipped on that was when I was around Black people over a period of time, I started hearing the word less and less and less because the word itself is just really contagious. I'm not saying people just stop saying it altogether. I'm just saying that was what happened with me, like over a pattern. So after that, I was like, okay, well, I'm never going to say it again, particularly when I started getting into content, unless I was quoted. So I lived like that for like 15 years.
Wow.
And then one day I was like, man, I feel like saying nigga again. Fuck it.
Oh God, damn it, Justin.
I was just
like, you asked me to get on this panel. You said, "Are you ready, my nigga?"
He was like, "I'm back, nigga."
But that's the
I'm back,
thing
my
about
nigga. I'm back.
But that's the thing. Like for me, it was like, but for me, the takeaway from that was I really understand. I have a different understanding and a different feeling for the power of that word, because that word is contagious in a different way, right? It's destructive, it's damaging, it's dark, it's dehumanizing. But at the same time, we make that shit sound cool as fuck, and the illest community that no one else is allowed to be a part of. You know what I mean? And so it's a balance there that's really weird. So I understand people who want to say we need to stop saying the B word and the N word, because the first thing that we do hear from people like Adin is, y'all say it in the songs. Y'all say it all the time.
Nah, nigga. Nah.
Yeah, that's exactly what we hear.
I'm not giving that on.
I think it's fair however you want to do it.
It's the truth.
Like,
it's definitely the
it's
truth.
almost like I respect
Nah.
That's 100% true. The fact that Black people say nigga as much as we say nigga makes other people want to say nigga a lot more.
That's because they want to be Black. Okay, then why they don't want to give reparations the more they learn about slavery?
Everybody want to be Black until they
everybody want to be a nigga till it's time to be a nigga. Why gotta be
that is a false. That is
out of all the stuff that we got.
That is a reach that leads to a false equivalency, Glasses, and you know.
I'm just saying.
It's not saying that they don't want to. How about this? They don't want to give us reparations because we haven't given ourselves reparations. Maybe if we give ourselves more reparations, they'd be like, "Hey, we want to give you reparations."
That's my point.
It's a non sequitur. Right, we say this word that they said that they used to dehumanize us. We've taken the power out of it, and it's been such a part of our culture that it's also a part of our art. It's also a part of the things that we actually add to society and we sell to society. And then now people I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm saying this is what I hear from them. I hear people all the time say, we say it in our music, in our songs. That's not an uncommon thing.
Yeah, they say that all the time.
That's like the number one go-to.
But do you think that that's valid? Because I think that they kind of present it like they wouldn't hear it if it wasn't for us. And I know they say
it's like y'all make this shit up.
I don't think
they're saying it in their house. I don't care what.
Right. But here's what it's not that I think it's valid. It's not whether I think it's valid or not. I know that them saying it in their head is happening all the time, and they would say it out loud. I don't think they'd be using it in all the ways that we use it. We use it as a positive. There's no white person that I've ever looked at and said, he's probably calling me a positive nigga in his head or saying it in a positive way. They don't use it the way that we use it.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's not just the fact that they're using the word, right? We use it in a number of different ways. That's why Adin Ross sat there and told the white man, oh, don't worry about it. You can say it. If you're with your friends and you're not using it in a negative way, well, they got that from us.
Well, that's kind of what you were saying with the gamers. Like if you ever, play the old Call of Duty and, you're listening to people like they literally stopped. Like now if you say something crazy, racist, anything, they'll like ban you from talking and stuff like that. But I remember the OG shit. People there, nigga, you fuck you. Like that's the first thing when you shoot them, kill them, whatever. That's the first thing that pops into mind. And you can tell that they're not a melanated person. Like that's coming out there. It's a little 9-year-old kid.
Right.
Fuck your mom, nigga. Like it's so that's what they saying. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad to hear that. I didn't know they stopped that. I always used to feel like, don't they have the capacity to be able to hear what people are saying and flag people?
Yeah, they have that now. You get banned from talking in the game and stuff.
It was the Wild Wild West for a long time though. For a long time.
I know.
We're talking like 20 years. We're talking like 20 years or whatever. Big shout out to Show First, Chauffeur, man, Chauffeur be leaving so many dope comments in my community, underneath my videos. I'm pretty sure she follows multiple people up here, and I'm not sure if she comments in other people's comment section or community, but her takes me so fire. Shout out to Chauffeur. 1 second applause. She says the function of racism is distraction. It keeps you from doing work. It keeps you explaining over and over your reason for being. Black attention is currency. Black invention is foundational. Act accordingly. I'm with that.
That's fire. I think that's Tony.
Toni Morrison. Yeah.
I love that. Good King Bad. Big shout out to Badger, my brother Badger. 1 second applause to Badger.
What up, Bad?
What up, Bad? Glasses is switching to PRT vibes. I'm here for it. AD about to go Killer Mike.
Go watch me and Pun's interview with Killer Mike, man. Shout out to him, man. He got his new podcast out. He's sitting down. That was a dope one right there, too.
Very dope, brother. One of my favorite brothers.
Conversations with Killer Mike. Go watch that. AD
One of my favorite brothers walking the earth, man. Killer Mike.
Yeah, big fact. Big fact. All right, this one comes from Lanita Goins. 1238. Battles. Totally different. That'd be totally different.
I know, reading on his crazy.
Go a totally different way. Battles are supposed to hurt, and Cole realized too late. Others want a participation ribbon instead of a winner. Hip hop is a sport.
You know what? I used to feel hip hop. I like that first part. The second part is hip hop is an art that can be competitive. And if you decide to compete, because J. Cole wasn't competing before. But when you decide to compete, you know, when you step in that arena, it's expected you to perform. You can't step out there, swing your sword, and then be like, you know what, I don't want to do this and walk out. Like, it just, you're not going to get courage because somebody else got killed later on in that same fight. Stay out the arena. You know, he was blossoming in the art. He's a tremendous artist. He's a great record maker, but he just, that whole kind of rhetoric, oh man, he was smart. No, he wasn't. He looked worse than Drake.
To me, he does. I mean, the way that battle went, I want to see Drake versus J. Cole. I don't even know who'd win that. They feel like they're on the same level to me.
That's actually a great.
Like they got.
That would be very interesting.
I would love to see it. I don't think we'd have to worry about any of the things that we saw in the Shakespearean Shakedown. And I genuinely don't know who would
ill too. It would get ill because I think Drake would push him.
I think Drake will bar his ass up.
I think J. Cole might actually out rap him, like from a dexterity level, but I don't think that would be enough to necessarily win the battle. You know what I mean? I think Drake would be funnier. I think his personalities would come through way more. You know what I mean?
Meaner.
You think what?
Who would be meaner?
Because J. Cole's not really mean.
Drake would definitely be meaner.
Like J. Cole's not mean. Even like when the disses came out, it was like, I'm telling you, he's like Tim Duncan, you know, just fundamentally sound. You know, it's just, you know, he the type that, you know, you're guarding him on the bucket and he score on you and he tap you on your ass, be like, all right, good defense, and then just run back down the court.
Right.
Like, you know, he's such a fundamentalist, but I don't know if he would be mean enough in a battle.
That's why he should.
I want to see it though. I would love to see Drake versus J. Cole.
I do.
I too would like.
I would love to see Drake versus J. Cole. Drop the applause emojis in the chat if you guys want to see Drake versus J. Cole. Okay. Let's see how popular that idea is. All right, this one comes from Lala Love It. Kids have been the target for a while now. If they make reality hard to navigate, AI, normalize self-hate, promote gambling and vices, would ethics and morals have a different starting point?
Wow. That is true.
The kids are being preyed upon and exploited. I talk about this all the time. I mean, they're watching these streams all damn day, and it's like brought to you by Prospects, and it's just like, okay, we're dishing out gambling addictions. We're dishing out, is this real? Is this fake? Maybe if you see something heinous, before you even act to say, oh, that's a heinous act, you say, is it real or not? Before I react, is it real or not? Like, it's so many obstacles that the kids have to navigate, and they're chiefly being told that like capitalism and greed and money is good, and basically put your morals and ethics and principles, fireworks, to the side.
Hey, that's what's up.
Yeah, I was like, what the heck?
That work for everybody?
Fourth of
That work for
July.
everybody?
That was
everybody?
God, bro. That was
No,
How did you do
God, bro.
that?
That was fire.
I just
Oh, you
did
busted
thumbs up.
That's funny.
That was fire.
Nah, she got a StreamYard Premium. I need to upgrade.
Some.
Nah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Whatever
I
she
started
got.
blinking hard as hell. Like,
It's my stream. I don't even think I could do that.
no,
wait, has that
I
ever
made
happened
that
to y'all
too.
on FaceTime? You know, you can do something with your hand and a little thumbs up will pop up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I usually get thumbs up or balloons.
It's funny though, because I was at the Rams game and she was like, bro, like your audio was crispy and
Bro, I'm
your
talking
camera-
to him at the Rams game and it sounded like he was at home. I'm like, bro, you on your iPod? He's like, yeah. I'm like, no, he's on FaceTime. I'm like, this shit is amazing, bro. But back to the parlays, bro. Parlays have took over young people's life. Like they have so many different access to bad habits. Like I'll be watching young people gambling talking about they parlayed in here. Like, bro, parlays that's the odds is the odds because that's how rare it is. But you know, America going to America. I tell you that much.
I mean, at least they cracking down on it though, as far as like you seen like the sports shit has really been rigged, and they're getting a lot of trouble for that because it's fucked up. Like you said, like you get your money and you're like, man, this guy's gonna do this for me, and he intentionally, you know, make 3 rebounds when you know he averages like 6 and 7
running from the rebound.
Yeah, and it'd be
Right.
clear as day when it come down to a lot of this
Nigga,
shit though. But at
Wemby
least
Wemby got 2 rebounds. You 7'6". Why do you have?
Yo, and now they've added, what's that new platform that allows you to bet on current events?
Kalshi.
Kalshi.
The devil.
I'm about to start betting on Polymarket. I'm not against gambling because I remember being at the dice game, having to blow in a couple dice, pause. Niggas was always addicted to some sort of gambling. It's just a different type of addiction, just like some niggas is addicted.
You used to have to just go somewhere to do it.
I do it every motherfucking day.
I think it should be.
And I'm going to continue.
I think
addiction.
Yeah, underground.
It's an addiction.
This is
Right.
better.
The CBG is here.
I think it should stay
I actually
underground.
think this is better than the dice games. The dice games is a game of chance.
No, I
And
think
here
betting
people-
on like regime change in Venezuela and how many people are gonna die in a genocide, being able to like bet on that is bad. The
No, I think that's
gamification of
bad.
like horrible things
I
is
think so,
bad.
too.
That's what
And
you
also-
can do that on Kalshi and Polymarket.
And I
No
also
way, I
think
think
that
that's
selling
bad. I'm not talking
gambling
about
to
Polymarket.
children as they watch a basketball game or as they watch our favorite YouTubers, I think
Okay,
that
wait.
as Professor Sky talks about, turning everybody into gambling groomers that are now getting children addicted to something that can not only ruin their lives, but the lives of their entire family financially. I think that's bad too.
Alcohol should be underground, Justin.
I was just about to say
gambling
that,
should
G.
stay underground. I think too many things are becoming normalized when they should stay underground.
Well,
I
let me
think gambling should stay underground.
let me tell y'all this, right? Because I'm in the I'm in the cannabis industry as well too, and they have these markets. They have these trade shows, and the last trade show I went to, I'm talking to all the people, and they're like, "Hey, they got some shit that's like legal Percocets." That's how they explain it.
Oh
that they can legally sell, and they told me like it's literally, they're like it's going to destroy a lot of fucking communities, but it's legal. It's crazy. So there's a lot of shit where it's like, yes, the alcohol is bad. Yes, the if you say marijuana is bad,
Okay, that was they got your internet.
Not the deep state.
Oh my God! I hope y'all right.
And I know
Deep state you over there giving that game. They finna come hunt you down. AD, stop talking about it, AD.
I'm keeping it
We'll
real.
keep it offline, AD.
Hey,
Offline, AD. You froze. That
for like
AD
10
said, do not do this.
I'm just saying.
I'll call you, AD, and get the information offline.
Right.
Tell them about.
I think they might be. You might be the.
That was great. That was crazy though.
You froze immediately. Like, did he say Percocet?
It was like somebody. Button.
That nigga froze.
Yeah, but
I think a lot of this stuff should stay underground, and I think the problem is trying to make it mainstream doesn't do anything well for humanity.
Right.
It should stay underground.
They're gonna put you in jail when they keep it underground though. And when I was saying I prefer this betting. I didn't mean poly market. I meant sports betting. Because I think it's been interesting how dudes who have been hyper focused on sports for so many years, because Sports Center been running nonstop for years in niggas' houses. I'm not gonna lie. And they've been hyper focused on it. And I felt like y'all really don't get nothing out of it. Y'all just super hyper focused on these niggas for nothing. So I have been enjoying seeing some men benefit from their sports knowledge, even though a lot of people are losing money, but some people are winning. You've been benefiting, AD?
Oh yeah.
I think you had access to gambling if you were really a gambler anyway.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
I think the problem is for
just made
every one knowledgeable sports person, you get 10 stupid ass kids that don't know nothing. That's about to throw
and
you.
like if you went to a casino or you went to a sports book or you had a bookie,
and that's what I'm saying.
Always been there.
Let's bring bookies back.
I mean, they still have bookies, but they have like online bookies and stuff like that. But
we should bring back good old fashioned bookies, AD, and get rid of the legal part of it. Bring back old school bookies so when you lose, they could just break your arm. Because other than that, you finna throw your life away.
Right.
Yeah, like $50,000 in debt.
This is going to be the worst problem in the world. Mark my words, in America.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Remember, I'm telling you this, Elle.
It's definitely way
you give people in the
I wouldn't say the world.
The worst problem is going to be
y'all don't understand how addictive gambling.
Yeah, but see, a lot of these companies, they have like, I would say this because I know so. They have like, if they see you depositing too much, they will cut you off themselves. They have to legally because they don't want an epidemic like that. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of the companies too that have like, I mean, listen, I know it's money, but I'm saying as far as
I appreciate the way you said that. I'll say that.
Regulations wise, they will get in trouble for that. That's not worth the company. You get what I'm saying? So if somebody steals their mom's credit card and they're uploading that stuff, they're responsible for that.
I think we should get rid of the lottery. We should bring back the numbers. We should bring back bookies. I think feeding mainstream America such like problems is probably a bad idea. And I think we keep ramping it up. Now we to legal Percocets. Think about how far we keep coming.
Hey,
remember regular, like good old fashioned weed. It just be regular. Go to your weed man. They had to grow it. You know what they doing to the weed now. Yeah,
weed is crazy.
Gee, one of the guys told me
it be growing hair like actual afros. Elle, purple afros.
I saw it.
They got some weed. Ask AD about the new weed.
Yeah.
The 2027 weed is crazy.
Yeah, they got weed different colors now. Like you can. It's crazy, but no, like going back to the legal Percocet shit, like the guy I talked to, he was like, bro, they're trying to like break into gas stations and shit like that for this.
Is this selling out?
It's like it's like that.
Oh God,
yeah,
also,
that's scary.
Rhino groups.
It's all type of shit though. People,
they gonna go right to podcast.
People are drinking kratom. You know what I mean? They're drinking kratom.
Right.
They're doing what's the show, kava. I mean, motherfuckers is doing fucking ketamine. It's all type of shit, man.
They're gonna go right to podcast and be like, hey, you want to run ads on these new Percocets?
Yep.
Right.
Use my discount code.
Use my discount code right here.
I can see the community right now. Get 5% off of your new legal Percocets. AD with that 40,000, be like,
that's a different one right there, man. Because even like the pins and shit like that too. They was like, look, this is a way that they're pushing cigarettes on the kids and stuff like that too. So it's like we got a big hookah culture right now. There's hookahs in every club now. And you know what they say? They say that's worse than smoking a pack of cigarettes.
It's worse.
So,
yeah.
But it's flavored. You know what I mean? The girls like it. It's being promoted. All this shit's being promoted. People gonna do that shit.
And it's messed up. Like imagine being in this pickle because AD knows my moral standing. He knows me well enough to know how it feels, like how I feel about it. It's like,
can I tell him what you tell us all the time?
Sure.
He always tells us drugs make you homosexual.
Oh my God!
It sounds crazy. I be telling him. I be thinking.
I mean, I don't think
I haven't had a mushroom since.
Yo, I think like just that idea, people get high and they do stuff they normally wouldn't do when they're sober.
Man,
Like, I don't think that's that far off.
But
you know what I'm saying? Like, people get drunk, people get high, and
my
they start doing
argument
stuff they wouldn't normally do.
Listen, I drink like a fucking sailor. I ain't never had a thought of doing
Alcohol
nothing
is different.
strange.
I'm gonna say if you gay,
Right.
you gay.
Alcohol
Nigga.
make
That's how I feel. I feel if you got some,
Well,
you know,
no.
I think there's a
feminism in
difference.
you already. It's just going
Tell him,
to
Justin.
I think there's a difference between gay and like gay shit, right? Like there's people who are gay and living in relationships, they're having families, like that's where that lives.
Gay.
Then there's people out here who are just doing some gay shit, like for power. People out here just doing stuff that they can
Like
do.
rubbing
mouth is
sperm
a
on
mouth
their
type
nipple.
people.
Yeah, that's out of pocket.
Like rubbing sperm on their nipple. But you can only
nutty
do that
nipples, right? That's the Diddy
You
stuff.
can only do that with pink cocaine, bro. Like listen, you know, like AD is the most well-mannered diplomatic dude I know. Right? He's the type of person who could be in the middle of some bullshit and be just fine. But when he drink, he turn into Popeye and he get angry and he fight. And I told him that's the difference with certain liquor. Like liquor turn girls into whores.
No, it does not.
Also, he said he got
Well,
an analogy
lowers
where he says,
inhibitions. It lowers
Mr. Hennessy.
inhibitions.
He says, Mr. Hennessy, once you drink the spirits, you turn
You get
into the
possessed.
people.
You get possessed by the spirit of Hennessy. That's
Mr.
why
Hennessy.
it's called that.
Yeah.
Yes, liquor has turned women into whores. It
They were
does.
whores already.
See, no.
Bro, that's
I-
not
We're getting a
cool.
little-
I'm agreeing with them,
We're getting a
G.
little- All right, well, let's move on to the next super chat. This one comes from Chief Trey. Chief Trey says, Cole apology fulfilled a prophecy. And I think that's true, right? Because Kendrick said, y'all got till April 7th, get your shit together. And then years later, on April 7th, J. Cole apologized. So,
I did.
well said, Chief Trey. 1 second applause. Shout out to Badger. He says, y'all got glasses talking hip hop live. 3 applauses. 1 second applause. We got y'all agree the Zeus show baddies should be canceled.
No.
I would say no, because you're giving young women you're making them stars. Even if it's for the wrong reasons. I mean, I see a lot of melanated people that are now making more money than they ever made in their life. You know what I'm saying?
At what cost, man?
At what cost?
Tell
What
him,
cost,
BK,
but
at
still.
what cause?
There is going to be a reality show with Black people fighting available regardless. It's going to be ran by a Black network or it's going to be ran by a white network. That Black network is going to double, triple, quadruple that money and is going to turn that into other programming soon, as a lot of networks have started with deplorable, unfavorable stuff. And I would prefer a Black network to build off of Black degeneracy than a white one.
What are they doing with it though? Like, how are they? How are they read?
And they wouldn't be who they are if Black people didn't watch it. It's description.
I think it's just Black people who watch it. Yeah, I don't think it's just Black people.
We only 13%.
I think the main core watching is Black people.
I do not. I do not at all. Hell no. It is all.
We are heading.
Hell
You remember that movie, The Condemned?
No.
No.
With Steve Austin, where it's a game where what about The Running Man?
Yep.
We're almost there. Just because of this shit. This crazy shit is why we almost at The Running Man. Did you ever see, you kind of young, BK, did you see The Running Man?
They just released a new one.
Yeah,
There's a new
so
one
they
that
have
just
a
came out.
movie called The Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and the whole game is people killing people.
Oh, they just made a remake of that. It just came out.
Yeah, I didn't know they had a remake.
Yeah, they just made a remake of that.
AD and Elle have the world heading there.
No, I do not. I'm just a realist.
Baddies is a prequel to Running Man.
It is not. This is what I love.
What is that other movie? It's Idiocracy.
I love that Glasses. I love that Glasses is like a Crip preacher. I love just the fun of the way people look down on so-called gangsters or whatever, and his moral aptitude is so high. Like, I don't drink, I don't smoke, and y'all need to stop all the bullshit. Don't have sex till you married and all of this. I really
you said that too, G?
I think that was the greatest advice I ever gave somebody.
Don't have sex
I
in
really
marriage.
absolutely love that.
If I could change one thing, that would be the thing that I would change.
But I am a realist. Somebody is going to be fighting on television and in some program, period. I'm more upset by a bunch of black people fighting for white people to profit financially than I am by them doing it for black people. Of course I would.
I mean, is it black people all the way up to the top? Is no white hands touching that money?
Zeus Network is owned by a black dude.
I mean, like,
who owns the technology?
Technically, like she said, a lot of those companies are Viacoms, and there's a lot of sub companies that white hands it does touch.
And then is that money trickling down to the labor of the women that y'all are making money off of? The women that y'all are making Mandingo fight and shit. Is that trickling down, or is it just the top nigga at Zeus making a fuck ton of money, and then these bitches are just fighting every fucking, like, I don't know. It's fucked
Them
up.
bitches would fight
dynamic.
Them bitches would fight on YouTube for free.
Factuals.
I you know what?
At least it would be their channel. At least all the money would go directly to them. Possibly.
They be fighting on Twitter.
Technically no, because they would get a percentage
of that.
They would get a percentage of
course,
that.
But I mean,
Zeus.
Nobody's making as much. The women that are fighting are not making as much as the only.
Well, technically, we giving other race people our money right now on this panel. It's on YouTube.
For sure. I know, no, but the argument for Zeus specifically, yes, there's no ethical consumption under capitalism, and all of our money is going up to the white person. But the argument for Zeus is that, oh no, it's our people that are like making this money and reinvesting in our community. I think that's not.
No. You added the reinvested in our community. I do not think they're reinvesting.
Or the programming.
You said reinvest in the programming. I think that's what you meant.
Yeah, I think what's going to happen is they're going to make a shitload of money from making this deplorable remedial programming, and then at some point they're going to upgrade their production, and then we're going to have a black company. It's another Tyler Perry. Let's be honest. Everybody act like Tyler Perry shit trash too. Fuck it, make it up. That shit.
No.
You gotta understand what Baddies is. Baddies is a rehash of Bad Girls Club from back in the day. You know what I mean? That Natalie Nunn was on.
Tyler Perry's plays was good, but those movies are reiterating racial stereotypes to make black people look crazy. That's sold to our aunties and our grandmas that don't know the difference.
Yeah, there's plenty of critique I have for Tyler. Literally, fuck Tyler Perry. Honestly, fuck any billionaire at this point.
Jesus Christ, man.
I don't
Why? Barack Obama.
I done heard fuck Obama and fuck Tyler Perry today.
In that order.
But
Barack and Tyler?
I didn't say fuck Tyler Perry, but I hate Tyler Perry.
You understand the sentiment.
But the plays was fire. The plays.
I loved him when he was Madeira.
The plays was fire.
The plays was fire.
So y'all like the damn plays, but so you like the fine art version.
Yeah, that was
when he jumped in the dress and acted like an old lady.
Wait a minute.
Y'all was going to his place.
Look, I don't have no. I'm gonna say this before we move on.
I was bootlegging the plays.
That's how fucking raggedy I was. I didn't still want to go to the play.
That's how I saw the bootleg plays in my grandma's house.
So I learned from Tyler Perry.
That's how I learned who Tyler Perry was.
Tyler Perry, because it's like, as much as I want to say, oh, I didn't like that content, which I did not. I learned from Tyler Perry, like, damn, it could be some bootleg ass, wild ass content that turns into, he's a powerhouse. And he's a black powerhouse.
But hear me out. I don't have any critique towards Baddies, but that door leads directly to the Running Man.
How so?
Because we are watching a television show where nobody has talent, and the whole thing is about untrained people fighting.
I agree with.
Because someone could end up
agree
dying
with you
as a result.
That probably we're gonna get to a point where the Coliseum exists again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they did announce last year that we're having the Patriot Games coming up this spring, which is the beginning of the Hunger Games.
I mean, if you watch Squid Games, that lets you know how.
Think about the
money make one more game. It won't happen to me.
Gambling is legal.
More in front of your face.
Right. Gambling is legal. Percocet's legal. Liquor is legal. Hunger Games. Hunger Games coming.
Now, G, would you watch though?
No.
He's a lot.
I want to watch Baddies.
You watch the clips though. I bet you watch the clips. I bet you if they're on Twitter, you would. I bet you click on one on Twitter.
Bro, I'm not
They will
watching
be
the clip.
boosted into the
Hold on,
algorithm.
tight. G, you be like the
that
NBA
algorithm-
fan. Hold tight, G.
that
You be like the NBA
algorithm-
fan you're talking about. The person
me
who only
out.
watches
That
the dunks
algorithm
and the highlights, but you wouldn't watch the entire game. That's what you
I'm
would
not
do
watching
with
the
that's what you
highlights
would
of
do
them
with the
untrained
running
So
man.
one of y'all homies
You would watch
said,
the
"Hey,
clips. You
Hey,
might
No.
not
I'm
get that.
going in the Hunger Games. I
You
need
might
you
not
to
watch
support,
the
bro.
main.
I am
I'm
not
trying to change
watching
my
them
family's life.
untrained women with
And then
them
you're gonna find a way to
horrible hands.
compare it
I would
to-
rather watch Clarissa Shields, who was about to fight.
You're
I'm
gonna
But
not
watch.
hold
watching
on, you have to
untrained
like
hands.
only train fight. Like it's a lot of people
No,
on the
so
street.
G, your homie say, "Hey, bro, I'm entering the Hunger Games to change my family.
I'm
I
not
need
watching
you. I
it.
need you to come out and walk me out, man."
No. You don't even know what you're doing, bro. What do you mean you finna go in the Hunger Games? Like, no, I'm not
But that's
walking you out.
essentially what Squid Games is. It's like, look,
Exactly.
this money would, and they'll tell you, spoiler, all right, y'all done see how many people died. Do y'all want to quit? We're gonna let y'all vote. People be like, nah, fuck that.
See,
We need
so
the
when
money.
it happens, Justin, Elle, AD, this is y'all fault. Hunger Games loading.
Not convince me that it is.
I'll be right there,
man.
like telling you.
We got another super chat here. We'll wrap this up pretty soon. But here's another comment. This one is from Dukin Hauer. I think this is funny. When Aiden heard the suck a nigga dick from the back line, he knew Doechii was talking about him.
Is
Word.
that what it said?
Probably. I mean,
Yo.
he is an ass sniffer.
I'm
and
sorry.
he
1
shaved
second
his head
applause.
for every day.
Yeah, because that
He
was crazy how he like, she talking about me. I'm like, you gotta take
That's something he did or something? Like, how does he know she's talking about him?
that
He heard
was
this
a little
shit.
bit.
Well, I mean, the thing about Aiden, and the reason why I call him a low value weirdo is because he literally legitimately does weirdo stuff. Like he was sniffing Andrew Tate's chair. You know, he blew up being fake gay, making passes at Polo G and these rappers who would come on the streaming platforms. Like he would say like weird gay stuff to Polo G. Polo G had to check him. He was like, nah, don't play with me like that. You know what I mean? So this is part of his origin story. This is a
What if he's not
crucial part
playing?
of his come up. Say it again.
What if he's not playing?
I mean, that's a possibility too, I guess. I mean, I think that's what Duke and Howard is saying. He's saying that when Aiden heard the sucker nigga dick from the back line, he knew Doechii was talking about him. So maybe he wasn't playing. I don't know.
The more and more I hear about Aiden's backstory, this is crazy to me.
It's
Yeah, I
crazy.
know.
Yeah.
I know. It's hella crazy.
I-
And I'm giving him this clout. I'm giving him this clout, bringing him into the real nigga world. Like, bro, I gotta stop talking about you, bro.
You gotta stop talking about him.
You over here
Like,
sniffing season shit. We do not. Our name should not be mentioned in none of the same headlines. He sniffed a man's seat.
I know
Yes.
he
As
smelled
soon as
hella
he got
pussy
up,
after
he got on
Yeah.
his knees to do
Andrew
it.
Tate
Right.
seat. But
He got on his knees to sniff a man's seat. Who
And
the
he
fuck
shaved his
watched
head
that and didn't
bald.
log off?
For
If
that.
Scarface fucking was interviewing somebody and he sniffed that nigga, I would fly to Houston and assassinate him myself.
Oh my God.
Just so Scarface knows, if you ever sniffed a man's seat and play with my fandom like that, I would assassinate you.
Play with my fandom like that is crazy.
Play with why he whispering?
Imagine like Snoop. Oh my God, Jay-Z,
Yeah,
I'd be
imagine
fucking
Snoop whispering right
furious.
there.
Right. I can't even see it.
Like my favorite guys are like Magic Johnson. You bet not.
We need some hands.
Back to the merch topic. We need some hands merch.
An old-fashioned
Big
hands.
print, big print.
Get it at
online.com.
the cribstore.com.
TheCryptStore.com.
I just got my merch. I just got my autographed copy of the vinyl of Glass Malone and
I got G's album on my wall right there.
yeah.
Put your
I'm gonna
friends.
send you a
album
vinyl
on-
so you can
on
put a
your wall.
vinyl instead of that CD.
Nah, the CD going. I want the.
And I'm gonna send you a vinyl so you can
I
kind of.
don't want the vinyl. The
gotta come
CD
to the
stays
point.
up there.
I got
You
the
gotta get
vinyl right
more
here. Hold on.
classy,
Let's show everybody what they missing.
Yeah, go get it. Yep, pop it.
You got to get more classy, AD. I'm gonna send
Hold
you a
on,
vinyl.
I don't want that. I got nips. You know what I'm saying?
You got nip
Oh.
vinyl?
I feel like we supposed to walk somewhere too. We good. But
Okay, we need to get up.
put the runway on us.
No, I'm gonna get you a vinyl, AD. That just
that's
I don't want the vinyl, bro.
fire.
Oh, if I was at home, I would show mine too.
yeah. I got to get you a vinyl, AD. You got to, AD. You too player to be having a compact disc.
That's
Right here.
That's just hella old school.
Yeah, you got to go all the way. I was thinking about putting the next album on A-Track.
I seen the cassettes. They got this thing where you could send off just a playlist, and it'll make the cassettes and make the.
I got cassettes.
sleeve.
The cassettes are fire. I
I
love
like
the cassettes. I still use my yellow Sony Walkman.
Wow.
that's fire.
Wow.
Yeah, I still use that. Yeah.
I got a cassette. My record player has a cassette player on it.
That's what's up.
Fire. Oh, we got the cassette. BK, they just
W physical media.
There you go.
Yeah, it's crazy because back in the days, like you go to G Studio, and they taught us like how to press up the CDs. He would have boxes of the CDs.
Man, we used to call that place a university.
Oh God.
Now
we used to call that place a university because everybody could come learn.
That made me think about LaRussell. LaRussell said he about to go on tour and burn his own CDs at the tour. Oh, fire.
Yeah, it's hard.
Cool, man.
I love that.
That's so cool that he doing that. That telethon is such a funkiest idea.
I love it.
I was like, you know what's funny, man? He fucking tickles me, man. He fucking tickles me, dog. He got a telethon. I said, this motherfucker crazy. This little young boy is fucking genius.
Shit. I think y'all think he gonna hit the 100,000?
I think so.
I don't even think it matters.
Who?
Facts.
LaRussell.
Oh, he's doing that fast.
Yeah, he's doing this thing.
Yeah.
Trying to
I don't think it matters. You know what I mean? I think it's not about that. You know what I mean? And I know that sounds crazy, but I don't even think that's important, bro.
No, it don't sound crazy.
It's not important.
I think what he's doing is so just dope. You know what I mean? He finds a way to kind of convince people to show him love. And I just appreciate that as a creator.
Yeah, I think so too.
We all just agree that numbers don't matter?
Yeah, it don't matter. Like,
great.
It's such a dope idea. Like, whatever he does is fantastic.
It depends who your audience is. That's what move him.
No, that's true. He got a movement behind him too.
Because LaRussell got a movement to where it matters. I mean, numbers will never matter with his audience.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think especially at this level, I mean, so much of this reminds me of what Nipsey did, for example, with the $100 mixtapes and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? That really showed people the power of Nipsey's audience in a different kind of way. People who might have heard of Nipsey Hussle but didn't realize who Nipsey Hussle was. Yeah. I think people are having that moment right now with LaRussell. I think people are like, oh, I've been seeing LaRussell. I've been hearing LaRussell. Oh, snap. Kyrie Irving paid $11,000 for an album.
And what it represents having his whole family, they working together. You know what I mean? Him being in his backyard, his mom's, his whole family over there working together and shit too. Like, that's dope. You ain't never seen nothing like that before.
Yeah, it's really, really, really dope. Really dope. Word up. I think we got one more here, and then that will be the end of it. Let's see. Where's it? Let's see what we got. Let's see if we can find one of these last ones. I think there's a positive one here. Well, I did think this is funny. Justice for Drake's wigologist. Let that stylist try. I think that was funny. This one here from Star Trek Ambassador 3632. To be honest, I'm thinking about using the word brother instead of nigga when I'm out with certain people, like it's the 70s.
That's fire.
You, brother.
Just bring back Jive Turkey too.
You're right.
Give me some skin, you Jive Turkey.
I'm with that.
You know, I was making fun of my sister because she called her dog Brother Man. She'd be like, sit down, Brother Man.
I think I'm just going to bring back Skeezer. Skeezer was just dope, man.
And just don't.
Skeezer is like a hoe.
Take whore off.
I know, right.
Yeah, like you a Skeezer.
No. When I'm saying whore, I mean by definition.
Still.
Yeah, I don't mean like whore as an insult. I mean whore as a definition.
Like if somebody called my daughter a Skeezer, I'm gonna hurt them.
Right. I feel like the intention is still the same.
That word,
I think you over the I think most people don't know what a Skeezer is.
To me, it mean a hoe.
Everybody here,
like a low life, right?
I feel like everybody on this panel, everyone on this panel, pretty familiar with Skeezer. When the
last time we heard somebody use the term Skeezer?
We have 3 generations on this panel. We got millennials, we got Gen X, we got Gen Z. Everybody's
you know what I enjoy, Glasses, when you hit them with the honky. Man, that nigga's a honky.
Man, that was my word too. I employ that word all the time.
That's crazy.
I bring back all that 70s slang, man.
It's about that time. Word up. I think this has been a fantastic episode of Culture United. Thank you all for joining today. Thank you for everybody who's watched this, but particularly to this panel. You know, I think there was a lot of insight that came out of here, a lot of range and a lot of perspective. I want to open the floor to each of you. If there's anything that you guys want to share with people, any closing words you want to leave, if there's any place you want to direct people to, let them know where to find more of your awesome opinions and perspectives.
Is it rude to go first? Anyway, so I had a ball as usual. I knew this was going to be fun. I'm so glad to learn that AD wasn't going to take up for white people. Like that really, like, I don't know.
Man, me
we
too,
told
man.
you. We told you, AD. We told you.
Oh, what's going to happen? I was like, what's going to happen? I'm going to crash out. Oh my
Same.
God, it's going to be so crazy.
I
So
left
I'm gonna be
the
honest,
I left
that
the
made
white
me
platform.
feel-
That'll tell you everything you need to know.
I'm gonna watch it now. I'm gonna be honest. I was
Yeah.
fine.
I mean, listen, like I said, my morals mean more. I left a 6-figure, you know what I'm saying, job because I didn't agree what the fuck was going on and made my own 6 figures. So you know what I'm saying? I'm with my people forever.
Word up.
I ain't never
Applause.
gonna go against us ever.
I'm gonna be honest. That made me the most happy throughout this whole thing.
This is how people think, AD. They think like me, he finna come sell us out. Let me tell AD in the group chat, like, you know, people gonna think you gonna sell
Hey,
us out.
and I tell people all the time, all you gotta do is have a conversation with me. You'll see what a team I'm batting
I've
for.
been hearing that a lot.
Always.
Yeah.
But great time. For people who want to hear more from me, I'm doing like a creative kind of workshop on my Patreon. It's called Entertaining Elements, where basically I just show different television show like pilots. So I might do a show and you might see 1 episode, 2 episodes, you might see a season. I'm really just playing with different ideas, probably because I have ADHD. Also on the 1st and 15th side, make sure you guys go check out Lupe Fiasco's Samurai album from 2024, as well as the Deluxe that came out last year. We also have Chill Spotlight out right now, which we actually did a R&B spotlight with our latest single from B. Howard called Beautiful Nightmare. So FNF is still very active. We got a lot of stuff on the books for 2026. So you'll be seeing a lot from us.
Word up. Elle Janelle, 9-second applause. Word up. Open floor. Grab the mic.
Hi guys, I'm AD.
Hi, AD.
I don't take up for white people. I love everybody. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? You can come see me on Community, Fig Community, We Starving Food Show, Power 106, Fig Community Radio, everything. Hulu, whatever the fuck. I'm everywhere, man.
Word up. Word up. AD, I'm glad too, man. You didn't come in here caping for them honkies, as Glasses might say. 9-second applause.
I am not the cracker lover.
Yes.
Open mic.
Yeah. Oh my God, this was so fun. I always have a good time. Thanks so much, Justin, for inviting me back on. It was good to see you again, L2 and Glasses, of course. Nice to meet you, AD. I tapped into one of your streams for the first time today because I saw a clip and I know how the clipping, like clip farming, is so big right now. So I'm like, man, let me just see the first 30 seconds, 30 seconds before, 30 seconds after.
And listen, and I would take responsibility for that too, because I do that shit on purpose a lot too.
No, I knew. I was like,
I fuck around. Like
angle,
I joke a little too much. Like literally in our group chat, Glasses then left like 3 or 4 times. We had to bring him back. So he engages in it now. Sometimes he get me, like, I think it was 2 weeks ago. He got me. I was like, oh, he was like, I finally got you. So we learn. We iron sharpens iron. We help each other out. You know what I'm saying?
Some of this stuff just isn't just content. Like sometimes we do just have to press pause and be like, all right, bro, like this has real world consequences. Like, you're a grown ass man, you understand that. But as far as like keeping up with me, I'm looking at the material with BK on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. And I've got a reaction channel with my partner called BK and Mogo. So we've been uploading like every day, every couple days, like really just kind of batch recording and getting that shit out real fast. Like we just did a Coast Contra reaction that went crazy. Which made me feel good because you know they always say like no one wants to tap into like a 7-minute freestyle, no one wants to hear bars. That's a lie. People love it. The people love it. So I'm gonna try streaming more this year on YouTube because I'm in school. I also work part-time. So if I need to just get something off real quick, you might be able to catch me live. And I fuck with the streaming world. I kind of want to stick my toe in it a little bit this year. So yeah, stay tapped in, you know, follow me, DM me, whatever, at LATM pod on all stuff. So love y'all.
And let me say this, all you guys on the panel, you guys are all, anytime you want to come to the community, come sit down. My platform is y'all platform. come fuck around,
Word
pop
up.
your shit.
He
Even
ready
if
to
you
have
like,
fun.
even if you mad at me, you can come say fuck you and whatever. I'm gonna see it.
I'm gonna come when glasses
everything.
come,
Word
so
up.
I have somebody to protect me. That's a joke.
Hold tight.
Hey,
Nine-
no.
Hold tight. I gotta do this. 9 second applause for BK real quick.
My
9
mama
second
will
applause for
whip
BK.
my ass if I ever let something happen to a beautiful black queen. I wouldn't let that happen. Not on my watch.
You'll be
Oh,
fine.
BK, I love talking with you, BK. I know I'm supposed to jump in. Glasses, it's your turn.
Do
I
what
know
you
you're
got.
so cool that you're gonna act like you don't know it's your turn to say your goodbyes.
Goodbye.
Your turn.
That's all you gotta say is goodbye.
Goodbye.
Glasses does a stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
The lunch hour.
It's called the lunch hour. You can find it on YouTube. He does it to support his podcast, No Ceilings, which is
Powered by the Black Effect.
That. Thank you, AD.
Hosted by Charlemagne the God. Sponsored by Meals by Manny.
There you go.
Thank you, AD.
Mealsbymanny.com.
Mealsbymanny.com.
If you are tired of cooking for the 2026, you need to lose weight or gain weight, head over to mealsbymanny.com, MANNIE.com. Support the homie mealsbymanny.com as he builds his burgeoning food business. He's a really good cook.
And he's a great cook.
And he a Crip.
I don't think he would want you to say that.
I mean, but you should support the Crips as they change their life.
Okay.
Touche.
Seize up.
Word up. Well, thank you everybody for joining. Thank you for everybody tuned in. Thank you to all the moderators out there. Andy Pandy, who's in there? I haven't even been really looking at the comment section like that, but the moderator team is amazing. So I'm really appreciate you guys. Deluxe, I see you in here. Bucktooth, I see you in here. Everybody who's been supporting this platform over the past year and a half is very meaningful, and I'm eternally thankful. We'll be back next Wednesday because every Wednesday is See You Wednesdays. Culture United Wednesdays, hashtag See You Wednesdays. I know. When you get it, you get it. When you get it, you get it. And as always, we have clips on the channel coming up. Also, make sure to check out a new episode of the Third Verse podcast with myself, Stackwell, and DJ More Millie every Thursday. Third Verse Thursdays. See you Wednesday. Third Verse Thursdays. I don't know. There's something there. And to everybody that's on the panel, hang out for a second after we hang up so I'll make sure that your audio and your video has been downloaded. And to everybody else, peace. It's all happening.
Bye.
Culture united, our culture united, our culture united, our culture united, connecting all over the world, connecting all over the world, connecting all over the world, connecting all over the world.